Howdy, folks. Welcome to Alberon RPG, our tabletop role-playing game Twitch channel. I am Joe Treff, your GM this evening and most, and joining me are my friends. Let me see if I can see him. We have, I'll go in reverse order.
There's a hand.
We have Hannah. We have Vincent. We have Kara.
Hello.
We have Olive. And of course, we have sitting in the middle of the left-hand side, Alana. And then
Step this way, and then you'll be
I'm doing it on purpose.
at 6 feet tall,
There he is. There's the man.
coming in from Brighton, Massachusetts.
Oh, you've been doxxed.
My friend Matt.
Water bottle table.
I was talking like the family is from that region. But we're going to play Fallout today. Before we do a couple quick announcements, first of all, we play all different kinds of tabletop games. We play Starfinder on Thursdays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We play D&D on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And now, almost like every other weekend, give or take, for the remainder of the year, we have various games that are coming out. We have a Cypher system game. Cypher system game that uses the Old Gods of Appalachia rule set that Kara is going to be running, called Iron and Thorn. A number of us at this table will be playing. We're going to be joined by Sable. It is a absolute blast of a system to play if you haven't gotten to play it before. It's a really good time to go over to our YouTube at Alberon RPG and see the first session, or first season. First series of Iron and Thorn. You can also go to our Patreon at Alberon RPG to see session 0 of this series of Iron and Thorn. Thank you to Olive for running all of our social medias. We have Monument Music and Sirenscape to thank for our various sounds. And that is all the announcements that I have for this evening. And so it's time to jump into Black Heart of Texas, the final session. Second. Okay.
We don't have like one of the intro videos for this.
Right.
Not yet.
It's hard making an intro video, and to do it for a 4-part series, really challenging.
I'm so used to just like kind of like you said, like, okay, here we go, and then the video goes, and we can all be like,
Yeah. But maybe before we do the next Fallout series. When last we played, you had been dispatched by the Ghoul Baron to find and claim for him an oil field. In return, he promised to make each of your wildest dreams come true, and for each of you that means something very different. You gathered your rewards from the grateful residents of Sonora after rescuing their settlement from a raid, ranging from components from which to craft some incendiary cocktails in the style of Molotov, to a sledgehammer that seems to hit with added thud, to a new thruster fully actuated, to a new barrel for your already near-perfect weapon. With your mutant lizard mounts called Saddle Scamps now rested, you tore down the desert highway east towards Austin, with Mary Sue Ellen separating from your group to help deliver goods to a nearby settlement. As you neared the charred wreckage of the irradiated ruined city, your Saddle Scamp slowed up, unwilling to near the dangerous site. You scoured the various skyscrapers, with some of you securing the Saddle Scamps below, and made your way into the wreckage and ruins of one that rose above the rest. Greta, you forged a new staircase for the group to travel up, and Madeline, you used your scope to great effect to scour the city, noticing not just a pathway to follow, but the sounds of gunshots in the distance and rays of light cast by headlamps on power armor that could only belong to one group of people, the Brotherhood of Steel. You made your way to the path that you had observed, hastening away from the sounds of combat, and found, after a bit of pathfinding, the draft house that you sought. Jebedias, your super mutant, led the way, diffusing frag grenade traps with their body before Bob the Ghoul diffused them with a less damaging set of skills.
I think I hit a home run on one.
You did. Straight into one of those theaters. But you did breach the draft house, destroying one of the theaters within, and discovered that a strange number of alcohol bottles behind the bar stayed full and intact. One of the biggest targets of the apocalypse. You discovered quickly, though, with Bob the Ghoul drinking from several, that they were fake. But trying to pull the bottle of Sheriff Longhorn's whiskey off the shelf provoked a trap door to open beneath the bar, affording all of you access to a hidden sublevel down which a much grander entrance existed. a massive vault door with stenciled yellow number 40 proudly across the front. After a bit of back and forth, you were able to open a communication channel to an individual who identified themselves as Overseer Griggs, and with 2 futuristic-looking turrets taking aim at you, you entered tense negotiations. You managed to talk your way past, with Bob the Ghoul being a charismatic individual with a bit of a past when it comes to talking their way past a front door, and you were hustled inside as the sound of battle neared. Peggy was disgusted by the state of this place. Not a speck of patina across the metallic floors, spotless corridors, bereft of scavengeable junk, just working machines and bare steel walls.
Haven't been using it correctly.
But as you begin to bargain for access to their computer, the snide Overseer Griggs giving you a laundry list of items to collect for him, the walls were breached by the Brotherhood of Steel. Not just any members. This was a series of knights led by a pair of paladins, one of whom was Paladin Regulus, a tormentor of Madeline during their time with the organization. You all rolled into combat, effectively bottlenecking them in a narrow corridor, with the security guard Bob and Bob from engineering lending a hand against the 5-person team of knights and paladins in T-51 and one gleaming set of T-60 armor, what you all know as a Texas tuxedo. Peggy threw Molotov cocktails and grenades to massive effect, consuming the entire corridor and several knights in flames. Madeline furiously swapped her barrel, now tightly confined to a space that did not benefit the current one. Jebediah stood strong in the corner, confident that they could withstand anything the Brotherhood could throw at them, but finding a suit of T-60 power armor to be a worthy opponent after all. Bob formed a pact with the other Bobs, and as a pack, managed to retreat further into the vault, using Miss Greta and Jebediah's for cover and suppressing the second paladin. Miss Greta found the bottleneck frustrating, and used their buzzsaw arm to carve away a section of the vault's interior wall to gain better access to the knights, and them to all of you. The knights unleashed a torrent of laser fire against your party, burning into many of you with some severe consequences, several of you going down throughout the fight. Though Miss Greta decided to make things much more interesting, you ultimately managed to cut down the Brotherhood Knights, and Madeline defeating a shadow of her past. And now, as the smoke and dust settles in the visitor sector of Vault 40 and the keys to your identity just feet away, that is where we begin this session. Ooh, dramatic.
Where's our action point tray?
I think I put it right. It's right there. I'm not sure where the.
Bin.
Oh yeah, right there.
Like a little tin.
No, the little Altoid thing. Aha! You're holding out on us.
There's a third tin around here somewhere, but neither here nor there.
This is fine.
I'll just need you
Are
to
these
toss
yours?
me some action points. Yes, this is the tin that we're missing. I think I may have. What's it?
No, I'm missing the tin cover, but it's
We'll
fine.
find it. We've had a whole bunch of games here recently.
So many.
I know.
So good, but so many.
We've had like 11 games in the last 2 weeks. All right. As the smoke and dust settles in, with score marks from the lasers of the Brotherhood Knights along the still warm glow from the section of wall that Miss Greta cut away, and the Bobs opening the vault doors to the living sections of Vault 40 beyond, here the sleek steel corridors that you all walk along are well maintained. The lights all work. Not a single one flickers. You can feel cool, 70-degree air. Bob, for you, it's a little bit too dry. You can feel the lack of radiation pretty distinctly. But you are now in this large room. You can see Overseer Griggs himself, red hair. They have this chiseled butt chin, piercing blue eyes. They step across the space to all of you. And they say, "Thank you all so much for your timely intervention. You're all looking for access to our computers?"
Why, yes.
All right.
And also maybe a little bit of reimbursement on the supplies lost in the ensuing chaos that was, sustained at your entrance.
Well,
And some dirt.
I don't know, big guy wants dirt.
Mostly
We'll get you some dirt.
access to the computer.
very nervous about your super mutant in particular. Everybody else, even Bob, who most people have met with some standoffishness, no problem. The super mutant is a new one. See,
He's all right. He's on a tight leash. Don't you worry.
we'll get you some dirt, big boy. Don't you worry.
Just give him dirt and he's happy.
Oh, we'll give you some dirt. The computer controls all the supplies, so you need to access the computer to get access to them. the best we can do with compensation is getting you some soup, but it's real good soup.
In this universe, soup is pretty good because it staves off hunger and thirst. Anyway, well, lead the way to the computer then.
Peggy starts tabulating like how much in caps she used to be like.
No problem. He spins right around and points, and directly behind him there is a bank of computers. You can see. You had seen it actually on
They
the
were
map.
just right there. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, lead the way."
They're right behind him.
This is a computer.
You can see it reads Vault Tech Democratic Administration Computer. Right beneath it, you can see it is hooked up to a fusion reactor directly behind it for direct access. There is a heavy shielded cable that traces into the wall as well. That suggests that it comes from there's a main power source somewhere else beyond. And in fact, I would say there's a number of other cables and cords that hook into this thing. This machine controls, or at least serves as an interface to many different parts of this vault. But the overseer looks at all of you and says, "Any of you good at computers?"
Why, yes. I am actually a known hacker.
What?
I
please,
took the
please don't
hacker
hack our
perk.
computers like you hack the walls. We need these computers for different things, but you're welcome to take a look. There's a part of it we ain't been able to get into yet, and maybe you can.
I would love to try. I would be honored to.
They kind of step aside, and as they do, they point down a different hallway, and they say, "If any of y'all want, you can go talk to Leopold. He'll make you some soup. It's special soup."
Peggy like looks over at the computer and just kind of like leans into Greta and's like, "I'm gonna need about 100 caps plus worth of goods to make up for. Oh no, there's also labor. 200 caps worth of goods to make up for everything that I use in that fight.
Ah, let me see what they have in their bank accounts.
I'm gonna go get soup.
You're going to get soup.
I'm gonna go get soup. I have
Okay.
tasked Greta with getting me supplies."
So first, Greta,
Mhm.
you look at this machine. Before even making any kind of check, this cutting edge. You've never seen anything like this. Sleek computer. There is not a speck of dust in the processors. The vacuum tubes that power this thing hum with power inside. To hack into this is probably a difficulty 5 science intelligence check.
Oh, great.
But make a difficulty 2 science intelligence check to appraise if there is a way that you might be able to make this easier.
Assist?
Yeah.
Well, wait, so I'm making a check to see if I can make the check lower?
You're making... Yes.
Okay.
Can I help?
Yes. So go ahead and make a science intelligence check. Roll 1d20. Add any successes.
Can I
like
use my
any-
hacker perk in either one of these checks?
You absolutely can.
Okay, so the hacker perk decreased the computer check to -1.
So, difficulty 1 check.
Okay.
Bob comes over, kind of looks over your
Do you
shoulder.
need dice?
I do need dice. I don't have any dice.
Do you want to use any action points to buy additional dice?
I can't.
No, it's
so I'm
only
just gonna
difficulty
roll mine.
1 now.
Ooh.
So,
Mine is a critical success.
Hey.
Bob's helping.
Tasty.
so isn't that already the success?
Yeah,
that
but
we-
you can
No,
generate-
it's
you
not.
You need 1 success, or else those don't count.
Yeah.
Nice.
well,
I see
one of
a
those
couple
fell.
low numbers.
Well, it was intelligence, what?
Science.
Oh. Well, I already got it, so.
So that was-
only the intelligence check, so that is a pass.
So that's 3 successes.
3 successes, fantastic. You look at this machine, and Bob, you kind of look around the other side of it, and you can see behind there are a pair of heavily shielded cables. These go to some kind of exterior firewall, and if you were able to disable whatever these are attached to, you could make this easier, probably by 1 step each one.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna go look for where to disable these. Is it like in a different room?
It
That's
seems to
how-
be. It
okay.
vanishes into the wall.
Hey, Griggs?
The overseer turns around and he says, "It's Overseer Griggs, respectfully, but yes."
Where's the firewall system?
He turns, he takes a look, and he says, Bob, and you can see security Bob comes running around the corner, and he goes, no, Bob from engineering, and security Bob goes, hang on 1 second, Robert, and he like goes out the hall, and finally, all three Bobs in the hallway. Bob from engineering comes, and Overseer Greg goes, Bob, can you please just go and help? Your name is? You're shitting me.
We've been through this. I'm Ghoul Bob. He's Engineer Bob. He's Security Bob.
Seems a bit reductive, but all
Well,
right.
it's not that hard. You're the one who made that up.
Ghoul Bob. Engineer Bob, can you take Ghoul Bob over to the plasma barricades and the live support systems, and then the other one's over in security?
Okay.
See that he gets access to them.
All right.
Engineering Bob comes over, kind of tugs you over to one of the hallways and leads you down. With your check, you were able to go over and disable this, no problem. You have reduced this check to a difficulty 3 science and intelligence check now. So if you want, make this.
All right, give it a shot, Greta.
You see, or anybody who's in this computer room sees out of Greta's joints, these cables just start to snake out, and they kind of intertwine around her arms and then into the computer, and then she kind of lifts herself up. You know how on Neon Genesis, how she's just pinned up on the wall there? She kind of becomes a part of the computer a little bit. And maybe her AI voice starts talking through, like, the vault speakers a little bit. Maybe
Okay.
only in specific rooms, but...
Make a science intelligence check and we'll see how close to reality that'll
Okay, yeah. I might have taken it a little bit farther.
Bob, you can also
This is a
help
hard
if you
check.
want for this.
You want to buy any of these?
I will help.
Well, what's...
This is difficulty 3.
I'm
Okay, can I
helping.
use my
Science
hacker
intelligence
perk
today.
to make the DC
can.
lower?
And so
You
this
want
is
to buy
now
any
difficulty
dice?
2.
You should buy.
Okay, I'll buy some dice.
Want to buy one or
Roll
two?
mine.
If it's only difficulty
Nice.
2...
I have a success.
I don't think I need to because I'll use a luck point to use my luck stat instead. So if it's... And then science, let's see.
You just need one success.
You got this.
Yeah, I'm not nervous.
You're not buying any?
No, I don't think I need to.
She also has a lot of luck to reroll.
So it's
Alright.
it's only a difficulty 2.
And you already have one success from my...
Right.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you need 1 or else it's 0.
Right. But, like, as long as she gets one.
Success.
Okay.
How many successes?
I got a natural 1.
Ooh,
Nice.
very
Do you have
nice.
more successes after that? Because we get points
Yes.
for that.
3.
I have got 3 successes myself.
So,
Oh.
4 total.
Nice.
Very nice. And that's
We're
using your
full
luck
up.
stat, right?
Yes.
So, Miss Greta, right before you start, right as you look at this Democratic administration computer, you are about to start furiously hacking into this. The cables snake into the machine. You go up onto the wall. You begin to kind of speak, and your voice comes from the machine. And then you notice your sort of 3 little perceptive eyes hone in on the fact that above the keyboard there is a tiny little hole. And in the pre-war times, people would include these on devices to reset them. And all you really needed to do is like stick a toothpick in there. And so you kind of open up elements of the arms and this tiny little lockpick comes out and you just go in and the computer resets. There is a dun kind of sound and you can see previously there had been a lock on this drive. There had been a life support sort of function that you could access and you can see you can now control, if you wish, the water allotment to each of the people in this vault. You can control the food allotment, though you see the food
Give it all to Bob.
all goes through a Mr. Handy unit named Leopold, who exists within the mess hall. They cook something that is called special soup, and there's a lot of ingredients to these soups. They all have very simple names. Strength Saddle Scamp Stew, Perception Potato Leek Soup, but there's a lot of science going into these.
Okay.
You imagine that whatever soup they are serving likely boosts a stat by 1 point each. There's something to these soups. You should probably have a soup before you leave.
As a
Additionally-
robot,
You could just rub it over your...
I'll take a bath in it. Thank you.
lenses.
With that reset,
Pour it into where the oil goes.
this is just a computer that is supposed to serve the visitor function. There's not like any real meaningful interference that you're supposed to be able to do from here, but you unlock a forbidden drive.
The hidden.
I'm in.
With this reset, you actually access a Vault-Tec drive that is meant for Vault-Tec employees only. You can see there is a note before you even access the different files here that says, accessing these files without permission can result in termination. And termination is left pointedly kind of open-ended. Usually it says like termination of employment. There are
Okay.
3 different things in here.
Okay.
There is a file that says Project Desperate Times. There is a file that is a toggle for a floor vault. And then there is a tile that says emergency supplies available. And that seems to be a note.
Okay. Which one is going to tell me where the oil field is?
Probably Project Desperate Times.
Okay.
Actually, can she see whether the toggles are currently on or off?
Yeah, so the vault is currently on. And that is the only toggle.
So
I don't understand what any of that
So-
means.
So the first one, there's a file that you imagine by accessing you will get more information. It is called Project Desperate Times. It seems to be scientific in nature.
Okay.
You see a secondary sort of file, and this is something that you can switch on or off. It's the controls to a vault door,
like a lock.
a little vault
Is that
somewhere
how?
nearby.
That's not how we came
It's
in.
like
though.
a safe. There's a safe,
safe, yeah.
somewhere.
Oh.
And then there is a third thing that you can access, and it is a note. You imagine by opening this, you can read something, and it's a note that says "Emergency supplies available."
we
I'm
wanna
going
open
to open all 3 at the same time.
You open all 3 of them. Some of the screens like burst and explode. Over Sir Griggs just goes, "Oh my god!" Like draws back. You can see Security Bob puts their riot shield down. But after a brief moment, it's clear that this
It's
is just
fine.
like Greta's interference. The screens that burn out just come back to life, and it's Greta's like eyes kind of in the space. Um,
Don't worry.
I see y'all.
I am now the vault.
So
Heck,
first,
the big empty.
you open the safe door, and you hear beneath you the sound of a wheel kind of spinning. And looking down for anybody who is still in this space, you can
Oh.
see that there is a floor vault that is opened.
Oh, there's a safe here.
And tucked into that floor vault, there are 3 robot repair kits.
Oh, look.
Ah, those come in handy for a Mr. Handybot like myself.
The second thing that you open is the node that is marked Project Desperate Times. This is a file that is specifically for Vault-Tec employees. And Miss Greta, this details the purpose of Vault 40.
Okay.
This vault was proposed to the people who occupied it as a test vault, or a control vault. This was a place where people were supposed to go and live a normal, successful life, and all the other Vault 6 sort of studies would be compared against it. As you, with that particular check, as you have factory reset and you can see everything, there is a whole list going back to the start of this vault on crop reproduction cycles. And you can see places where droughts occur and where the amount of food goes down and the number of people go down. And there seems to be correlations here. Roll a d20.
Am I looking at this too?
Is this
No, this is
a
Miss
check?
Greta sort of like
Is
mind
this-
in the machine interference. Yeah,
any kind of check, or is it just a raw d20?
just a raw d20.
13.
A 13. With a 13, maybe just there are just, it seems like there's a very regular pattern of problems that happen here that cause sort of droughts or famines, but aside from that, hard to really tell what's going on.
Okay.
There is maybe more to this vault than just being an experiment, but what that might be, hard to tell.
Oh.
That is what you would find in that. And then the final sort of node that you see, there is a little pinpoint that appears on a map. And as the map zooms out, you can see that this is a Vault-Tec Liberty Field supply cache located in the heart of Liberty Field's oil fields.
Nice.
There it is.
It is just an hour north of where you are right now.
Ding ding, jackpot.
It is nestled into a valley high up amidst a few jagged mountains. And you can see that the note talks about there being elements of something called the Enclave that might be nearby.
What is that?
What's what?
So, somewhere in another game that we run, a blue ethereal lady's ears perk up.
Enclave? Enclave of people?
The Enclave's the old holdover of pre-war government.
Is this a Fallout lore thing that...
Yeah.
It is.
Ah, okay.
So, for those not aware, when the bombs fell, there was a group of people who were like the high up United States government folks who fled to an oil rig off the coast of
California?
California, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
That basically they were like, okay, we're the United States now. We take all the power, we have all the whatever. And they had like very secretive kind of government things happening as well. And they wanted to eventually sort of retake the rest of the United States. In our game, what would be known about them from all of you, almost like ghost stories. They're not really present, at least not in Texas.
Ooh,
Bob would know a little
interesting
bit, right?
find, Miss
Would Bob know
Greta.
a little?
A little
from
bit, yeah.
Northeast and
Yeah. You would know a little bit more about the
Yeah.
Enclave. Yeah, more from
You
that.
did good, darling. I'd also, lastly, want to find their bank accounts.
So there is no bank account.
Damn it.
When you
It's
look
just
at
the
the
vault.
allotment system that is used here, they don't use money here.
They use
There is
food.
no trading. People are given what they need.
just give everybody soup.
In the Democratic administration computer, you can see that all needs are met, if only just sometimes.
Okay.
Yes,
Did we loot the Brotherhood?
not yet.
Okay.
So for those of you who are going to grab soup,
Yeah.
okay,
soup.
Should we
I'll-
loot
I'll
the
start
Brotherhood
looting.
first before
okay,
Sue?
yeah, sure.
Well,
you could-
we can
Yeah. I pick up
split
some
up.
things.
Surely that won't. What?
Well, we're all
I start
involved,
looting.
right?
Y'all want soup?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab soup.
I would take some
Yeah,
soup.
if you could get me some, that'd be great.
I heard it was good.
Yeah.
Any,
And Madeline is going to start.
I'll just give
Does
people what
Madeline
they
have
want.
particular knowledge of how to like take apart and then put back together the power armor because of her background?
So you have a unique capability to do this. What you can do is you can make a difficulty 1. This is going to be a difficulty 1, and please don't roll it yet. This is a difficulty 1 science intelligence check. And there isn't a way that you can make this easier. But it is or you can use AP points, you can do stuff like that. Something like a hacker perk will not work for this.
Okay.
This is really about doing this in a way that will not harm some of the more unique components to it.
Yes. All right. I'll take an action point because
As well.
Yeah. All right.
Why
so
not another?
okay. So it's three
2.
dice.
Yes. Well, 4.
Oh, right, because you rolled two. Going back and forth between systems
It's
when
tough.
you're
Oh,
real,
yeah.
real tired. I'm so sorry. What kind of check is it?
This is a science intelligence check.
Science intelligence.
You got this.
What's the numbies?
Do I have 1 success.
That is what you need.
Hell yeah.
The difficult
I
part
am
of
not
this-
smart.
but you were in the Brotherhood, and a big part of that is being able to help people get into and out of this armor. And so you're very familiar and capable of doing this. The hard part is that there are parts of a person inside, and you're used to removing whole people. And so it's a little challenging to do that. But you get everything out. You kind of shake parts of it out. Jebediah's helps kind of upend parts of it. And it's a little bit like chili running out. But you have access to a
I'm so
set
sorry.
of T60.
That's not the
So
soup,
is that the
it?
Texas tuxedo?
It is the Texas tuxedo.
Okay. Can I also start to? There was one more set of power armor, right?
There is. So
Okay.
when you look
I'm
at
gonna
the
do
other
that
one,
too.
this is pretty badly damaged, but you see a set of
I
T51
know the
power
deal with
armor.
that.
You imagine this is probably closer to a difficulty 3 task to repair.
Can I just work on getting the bits out so that I can give it to
You wanna
Peggy?
scavenge it?
Yeah.
You absolutely can. Go ahead and make a repair intelligence check. Or
Are any of
sorry,
the
a
parts on that one
survival
worth
intelligence.
keeping for the one that's not getting destroyed?
That's what I was kind of thinking. Like, if it, what?
Can I help?
Like, are any of the parts from the T-51 worth keeping rather than salvaging?
Actually, so if it's gonna be harder for Madeline to do it, I'll just wait until someone who's better at
Okay.
taking stuff apart will
I'm
do it.
just
if the-
curious,
yeah.
like, looking at both of the power armors,
Okay.
what are the pieces that are worth keeping for a full set of this Texas tuxedo? Because,
The
like,
T60 armor is worth preserving. The T51
so it's not like any of the pieces on the T-51 could
upgrade
replace.
the T60.
Well, not.
Yeah, like he's got a
but
gun
like
on his
none of
shoulder or
the
something.
T-61s are damaged to the point where.
No,
like,
no.
Okay.
The T60 is gleaming and new to the
Okay.
point where it looks like it hasn't seen the wasteland really yet. This is brand new out of a box somewhere.
Okay.
And every now and then this will happen. You know, a case that was not opened or lost
Like
in like a
munitions,
river or something.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this is there's very little in the wasteland that could replace a set of T60 armor. Perhaps a set of X1 if you could find that.
So, Madeline
That's
is
like a shooting star.
with Big Guy's help. Madeline's gonna the gleaming new set. She's just gonna kind of get it set up and like ready for a user, and
Okay.
then the other piece, she's just to the group. She's gonna be like, "Well, this one is no good to use, but plenty of parts here probably if anyone wants to." Where's Peggy? Oh, she's getting the soup, right? Bob, if anyone wants to take this bit apart, that's fine. I am not setting foot inside that armor, but it's ready to use, and I can maybe show anyone how to use it. Probably, maybe. I've decided. Who wants the armor? I mean, we shouldn't just leave it here, but
I mean, I'll take it.
At about this
I'm
point-
squishy.
Mary Sue Ellen.
wait, can Mr. Handy fit inside the armor?
No.
No, but she
Unfortunately.
can hear you because she can hear all now.
Yeah. All right.
I am one. with the
Mary
See,
Sue
I
Ellen, at
have
about this
become
point,
the vault.
you finally arrive at the Remember the Draft House. You can see there's smoke rising out of it. You can see there are bits of super mutant flesh on the ground outside. You see like pieces that Jebediah's left behind in defusing the frag grenade. There is the hallmark of your group. You're not a formal tracker, but you don't need to be.
Yeah.
You easily followed your group back and picked up their trail and made it here. You can make your way into the draft house. What I will say is, can you just, for fun,
Yeah.
Or just
There's no way that we missed traps.
can you make a survival agility check, please?
Between the expert diffusing of Jebediah and Bob.
Between the expert diffusing and Jebediah's.
That's what I said.
Ooh, that is a critical success and then another success. So 3 in total.
What was the difficulty again?
That was difficulty 1, so that's 2 action points. You make your way across, and you find many of the traps have been diffused. You find the pins of several grenades. You find a shotgun now discharged. But you'd also find a secondary shotgun not discharged, loaded. You can see a string wrapped around the trigger, the string taut across the window that you're going to duck through. Easy enough to step over. And you can see that there is a staircase that is open, and you can, there is billowing smoke coming out of there. You can see, it is black from some kind of a chemical, almost certainly a flamer that is, coming through.
All right. She'll make her way down and be like, kind of whistle ahead of me. Are y'all alive down there?
Yeah, mostly.
Missed you.
When this happens, both of the Bobs that are not Ghoul Bob kind of turn and level their lasers.
Oh, she's with us.
There's, a brief moment of, very tense
Stand
sort
down,
of,
Bobs.
but the Bob's like, oh, all right.
Can Greta open the door for Mary Sue Ellen?
I think there are 2 doorways.
Oh, the door is. Oh, okay, never mind.
The door is open,
Greta
but
has
for
already
dramatic
opened the
effect,
door.
Greta, you close it right in front of Mary Sue Ellen. And then
Da, da.
open it again.
Ah, it seems the wiring got a little busted from something that happened before.
But Mary Sue Ellen, Greta helps you in. and you step into Vault 40, gleaming. The space that you are entering into is unlike anything that you have really been able to witness before. There's no dust anywhere. There is no, old cans kind of hanging as wind chimes. This is just, there's air conditioning. There's no radiation. It's almost kind of sterile feeling. But you can see the group that you have followed standing in this space in front of a massive bank of computers. Greta is entwined like a technological angel against the wall. And you can see a couple other people walking over to get soup.
Thank you.
Ah,
Look at that.
so I see y'all been busy.
What? Check out the power armor. I killed a man. He was not a good man.
The man is all over the floor.
Oh,
I
well.
kicked his head, punted his head. It was very satisfying.
Peggy's like further in the
I'll be
vault
damned.
somewhere.
I
Eating soup.
I've never been inside a vault before. This is pretty cool.
Inside check.
What?
What is inside check?
She was like,
Oh,
never been inside. I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting, but it's just,
Make I would say,
no, it's fine. It's just.
I think it's
Otivius, you didn't
check,
plan
right?
for this, did you?
The
I would
contested
say-
charisma speech or
It
something?
was mostly a joke. But okay.
Yeah, I would say charisma, not speech, charisma, survival, charisma speech. We'll call it charisma speech.
Contested or just rolling it?
Contested, yeah.
Alright.
I think that's great.
I think our first contested check.
One success meets it beats it.
One success. There's
You
like
look at Mary Sue Ellen and you don't know.
Yeah.
Mysterious stranger is Mary Sue Ellen. You've seen two of them now in
You
your
are
adventures.
mysterious. I gotta hand it to you.
But unlike the other one, there is no acid guitar riff,
Yeah.
and Mary Sue Ellen does not disappear at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright, I'm just gonna. I don't even know what to do with
You should
myself.
try some of the
Uh,
soup.
I'll do that.
at this, Overseer Grace goes, "Is there any more of you, or can we shut the door?"
I think that's it. Yeah,
Also,
Our Maltane's here.
you seem to have a hole in your wall.
that was Greta. Don't bring it.
Bob, can you please fix
I
that?
can
The engineering
hear
Bob
you.
makes their way over, and they start taking off their security armor. And they start putting on a safety bib.
Alright, well, okay, this is kind of an odd question, but you wouldn't happen to have any of those, like, pre-war tapes here?
The Overseer looks over at you, and they go, "Pre-war what?
Like the tapes?
The what?
Like duct tape.
Nah, the
We got some
with the
duct tape.
shows. Never mind.
I mean, I can show you some duct tape.
Not what I'm looking for, but I appreciate it.
What kind are you looking for?
You know, like the ones with like the old school cowboys.
Yeah. Well, what about it?
I just want to know if they had any. It's a
Oh,
vault.
have I seen any?
Like in this vault?
Yeah.
No.
I
I wasn't sure if you meant
We
like
are
in
not-
the world.
Oh, no.
Are we?
I mean,
We're
I'm
not
sure
even in the vault
world.
yet,
Long,
right?
long
We're
time
just
ago.
really in like
Oh man, you guys are in like the
We're in, like, the
visitor
lobby.
section.
yeah,
You
we're
guys
in
are-
the
and
Oh,
you
but
get
we're in the
this-
mud room right
Bob's
now.
Oh, I thought we were in the vault.
They allowed
No.
you into the visitor sector, but
Yeah.
like you can see in the distance, there is a very secure
Well,
lift.
aside from Greta, who's like up in the works of the vault, like in its ass, Peggy, I think, is the physically most far in the vault to go
Yeah.
get soup.
I'll
Yeah.
go get some soup.
Peggy, you make your way first into the cafeteria that exists within Vault 40.
Peggy is also looking for anything to salvage as she goes along. You know,
Sure.
liberate. One does need to liberate some things from every now and then.
Of course. So you go, it's a very short hallway, only about 10 feet. There are like bits of cutlery and things like that. There are a few common components you might be able to steal, but they're kind of like out for public use, and it would be very obvious to take them. And you can see as you enter this space, kind of observing with three different eyes, is a Mr. Handy unit. You can see they're wearing a big chef's hat. They are currently, with one of their operating hands, kind of cutting with a chef's knife. With another, they are using a little spatula to flip over tiny shrimps. And with the other one, they have a flamer. It is not currently in use, but you can see it's ready to go. And they are currently preparing soup. But as you enter, one of the eyes regards you. You can see the aperture kind of zooms in to look at you. And they say, "You have come in from the wastes."
Yeah, that's a weird mode for a Mr. Handy to be on. What's that?
It
What's
kind
that mode?
of zooms back and it says, "It is not a mode. It is a vocal modulator."
Whatever. You do you, or whatever the kids say. I heard you have soup?
"We have many soups. What sort of soup would you like?" And they open up a little compartment, and a fourth, even tinier little arm comes out. It has a tiny little pincer, almost like, the little extendable robot. They're like a T-Rex gripper. You know those things? It's like one of those. And in the hand, there's a tiny little menu. It is laminated. It looks pre-war, and it says special soup. You see strength saddle scamp stew, perception potato leek soup, endurance egg drop soup, charisma corn chowder. You have your intelligence Italian wedding soup, your agility artichoke, and then of course your luck lasagna. Not technically a soup,
That's not soup.
but it's listed as one. And you can see the image that is next to it, certainly a soup.
Lasagna soup?
It is today.
That's a lot of soup. I just thought you had a special soup. And people just said they wanted soup. And now damn it, I have to get everybody's orders for soup.
You can see they point the little knife at you with the extendable hand, and they just say, "Well, you should have thought of that before."
I just thought it was one soup. I just thought you come over, you get a soup. That's what? Who has 7 soups at one time? You just mix them all together.
Can we do that?
+1 to every
Ooh.
single attribute.
Do you say that?
No, that's how Peggy views soup.
Okay. You shout that, and they say, "In difficult times, soup is easy."
What, 7 soups?
Cuts and says, "Would you eat the same thing every day?"
Yes.
It was a genuine question.
It was
I
a
can-
genuine answer.
I cannot eat.
Uh,
Kind of cuts the shrimp up, scrapes it off from a cutting board into a little bowl. You can see the flamer goes under it, and little fire. They begin to cook these shrimp.
I don't want to go all the way back. That's a whole 10 feet.
But you now occupy that space. Who else is going to get soup? Mary Sue Ellen, you get soup. Jebediah, you follow your nose. There is delightful aromas that are occurring down this way.
You also
I'll
just
go
hear a
too. If we're
dog
done with the
barking.
armor, I'll go too.
I will say, from the Brotherhood Knights, if you are investigating them, they do have Brotherhood of Steel uniforms. One of the knights has a salvageable set of combat armor. There are 2 long laser rifles. And then from the Paladins proper, aside from the Texas tuxedo that you managed to scavenge, there is an improved long laser rifle there. But you make your way back, all of you. And you all can see the menu for soup. Leopold kind of greets all of you there. And you see that on this menu, each one of these special soups aligns with one of these special characteristics. And by having one of these soups, you can increase that stat for a single point for the remainder of this adventure.
Is there only like one of each?
You imagine that you can have 1 serving of each. Or
That's not what I meant. I meant like
I will
if
take
I did
7
like
cups of
intelligence,
soup,
then
please.
can anybody else do intelligence too?
yes,
or
they can.
okay. Was there a luck one? I missed it.
There is,
Yes,
yes.
that's lasagna.
There's some debate about that one. Yes.
Can Greta somehow hack the Wi-Fi of the refrigerator and speak with Leopold about integrating one of these soups into her?
Yes, but that seems like extra steps.
Okay.
You could just float across and ask.
Okay, so what she'll do is she'll begin the process of untethering herself to the entry console computer, and you hear the whisper or the sound of winding cables as she reattaches or detaches from the wall, and she'll float over to Leopold.
Okay. All of you enter this space, and you have this menu proffered to each of you. It is the same menu, just slightly different versions for each. What soup are you taking?
Luck lasagna for me.
You take some Lucky Lasagna, and they make it to order. It takes a little bit of time. It's a lot of things that are coming out of bottles. For something that is supposed to end up solid, it's a lot of liquids. And at the end, it's a liquid. It's a soup. But despite the fact that there's no observable pasta noodles, it is just a very red-brown kind of flat hue. There is texture to it. It does taste like lasagna. And you feel pretty lucky for that.
So the luck special going up, does that mean I get another luck point?
It does
too?
mean you get another luck point.
Hell yeah.
Strength saddles. Damn stew.
They take out what is almost certainly not Saddle's Camp, because you all have ridden them there. This is a grayish meat that resembles fish more than anything else. But Jebediah's, it smells really good. It smells like Franken beans. And anything that smells like Franken beans is good, especially fish. So you eat this, and it makes you strong.
With jet fuel. Wonderful.
What about you, Peggy?
I don't remember what the flavor of the intelligence was, but that one.
Yeah, Italian wedding soup.
Italian wedding.
You eat this. It's a very clear broth. It's actually a pretty mundane soup without a whole lot of flavor. There's not a lot of spice to it, but it does fill you with a certain amount of nourishment that you feel just go directly to your brain. And having blasted elements of that away, it needs all the help it can get. You feel a little smarter for this wedding soup. What about you, Bob?
Why is there green?
I think I'll do perception or charisma. I'm trying to decide. I want to do.
While you think about it, I did want to talk to Griggs.
Oh, okay.
Stalling for you.
I've made my
About that
decision.
dirt.
You should have made it faster. He looks over at you and goes, "Oh yeah,
Some dirt from the vault, if you will.
You just any dirt."
The dirt you use to grow stuff in.
All right. I can't tell. Is this?
I think it's just dirt from inside. If you've got dirt inside, that's being inside, I think you're okay.
Yeah.
You can see nervously. He just kind of walks over.
I show you never seen dirt before. I show him my bag of dirt.
You've never seen dirt
It'll
before?
look like this.
When you rip the bag open, he winces away for a second, but he looks and he goes, "Oh, it really is dirt."
It's really just dirt. He's
Is this okay? And he goes over and just pulls a potted plant off the side of the wall. You can see it is like the hollowed out parts of an artillery shell that has had dirt layered in it. And there's a tiny little plant that's must have been dead at least a year. It's just like a stick.
Perfect. I take out the plant and I start chewing on it and I put the dirt into the bag.
Okay, no problem. You stick this dirt in the bag,
Thank
and that is considered vault dirt.
Do you have your soup order ready?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the perception soup.
There you go. You take this perception potato leek soup, and as you eat it, the creamy potato kind of sinks across your palate. This reminds you of a simpler time, a time when the air itself did not burn skin from people's flesh, a time where there were things like stores and jobs and vacation days and PTO. And as the fog of your memories from before the war kind of clear, you feel a little bit clearer overall, a little bit more perceptive. What about you, Mary Sue Ellen?
The asparagus soup, please.
The asparagus soup. All right, you order off the menu. Instead of having agility artichoke, you just take regular old cream of
Damn, I
asparagus.
thought it was asparagus. Agility tartar. Whatever
can I
you
say-
It was like
the
this
A1.
expired 7 years ago, but okay. And you, it is
like
just
greens, I'll
a
take
break.
that.
The anal leakage asparagus.
Please.
You can add a condition to your sheet. you take the agility artichoke soup, and this artichoke, there is a slightly chemical taste to it that as you eat, your teeth feel a little bit. You kind of have to keep chewing it because it's gritty, but you feel a little bit more agile. There's a chemical to this that almost certainly is giving you a little bit more of a
It's cocaine.
accelerant. I was thinking more of
Angel
an
dust.
ephedrine of some kind, but yeah, it's definitely giving you some more agility.
Suddenly, I can focus better.
Miss Greta, what about for you? You can't really eat soup.
I think Greta is just kind of hovering ominously behind Madeline, and her ocular sensors are like inspecting the lasagna, unsure how to consume the lasagna.
Okay. So you look at it a couple times. Leopold comes over, their own kind of little like arms waving this knife and this spatula around. But they look at you and then they lean in and they go, "Psst. Do you not know how to eat food?"
I have never tried. You see, us handy units do not benefit from eating or drinking human food.
That's for sure. But I have something for you. Follow me. And he kind of floats back off.
We cannot kiss behind the refrigerator, seeing as neither one of us has lips.
They turn and they say, "That does not mean we cannot try." But that is not why I'm doing it. Follow me. And they kind of float back over. You float over and you realize as you are going, they are leading you over to the vault that you have already pilfered.
Oh.
And as they lead you over there, they go, "I have something special for people like us. This is my special recipe." And they fly over the kind of vault door. And you know when they open it, it will be empty. Are you doing anything?
She's like, "No kiss!"
Are you just going to try to like headbutt them?
Yeah, so like ram her metallic body into.
Well, if there's anything we've learned from
and
Starfinder,
with that,
you
she's
take
going
your
to,
dongle.
as she's like bull rushing this other handy unit, she's going to drop the 3 robot repair kits back into the vault as he opens it.
Nice.
Phenomenal. Okay.
Love it.
So instead of a difficulty 2 speech charisma check,
Oh great.
which you could make if that is better for you, make a sneak agility check, difficulty 2.
Okay. I want to do the speech charisma one just because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a luck point. Oh wait, no, action point.
How many?
Can I use 3 because I want 2 dice just
Yeah.
because I want this to go well?
That's what they're for.
That's the whole point.
Would you say speech what?
This is speech charisma.
Okay, okay, so I just have to roll under a 9 with 4.
Easy. Who doesn't roll under 9?
Okay, we got 2 successes.
Hey.
There you go. That is what you needed. In this moment, you dive in, and there is a romantic clunk. And as you are both slightly magnetic, you
3
do kind of.
successes.
There you go. Take 1 action point back. There is a magnet. There is literal magnetism as you are into each other, and it is like romantic. There is a burst of sparks that come out behind you because there's 2 pieces of metal slamming into each other. But more impressively, and because you don't actually have lips, they just out loud in the middle of this kiss just go ah. But you drop these robot repair kits down. You are silent and stealthy in doing so. And as they break the kiss, they go, "That was weird." They reach down and they pull out these robot repair kits and they hand you 2 of them.
What a gentleman! You are a great host, Mr. Leopold.
One of the arms goes up, they take the chef hat off, and they tilt it down to you. And they say, "Always happy to entertain guests."
That was weird.
She will do the weirdest curtsy in her sequin dress.
Phenomenal.
And it's like
Second
ripped
dress.
at this point and in tatters. And she'll be like, "Thank you," and then return. And then I think as she leaves, one of her ocular sensors will turn around to him and then wink.
It's really just from like the damage of the impact.
Yeah. And she'll return to the group.
No problem.
Yeah, Mr. Handy's always been this weird, Bob.
They've gotten more varied over the years.
But each of you can finish up your soup. Yeah,
While Leopold is gone,
sure.
can Backup get some soup?
Aw.
Yeah, Backup can absolutely get
So-
some.
But not the potato leeks, because leeks are bad for dogs.
Yes. No, I was thinking the strength soup, but because Backup is an animal, he does not have a special.
Yeah,
He has a body mind.
he does.
Could eating the strength soup give a bonus to the bite? Like instead of a 7, just make it an 8
Yeah.
target number?
Yeah, and what we'll say is that is going to be not strength saddle scamp stew. That will be like a
Rat roach meat.
blood bug gumbo sort of thing. That
Cool.
really
There's
builds
just like
the body.
an experimental broth back there that he like.
It's just an old cup of soup that has a dead bug bug in it that
Nice.
just like
It's just
gotten
like-
there and died.
Protein.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, good boy.
He builds that body. It gets a little thicker.
Protein.
All of you eat your soup. Jebediah, you obtain your dirt. Is there other things that you would like to do before departing Vault 40?
Yes.
Yes.
I like to ask more questions of Griggs.
Yeah.
Clarification. The Nuka collection thing.
Yeah.
We found the Nuka Cola. Did we find the Quantum, the Quartz already?
The only one that you are missing currently, I believe, I think you found the quartz. The
Okay,
only one
that's
you're
what I
missing
thought.
Was the quantum.
I'd like to ask Griggs, Overseer, have you
Yeah.
seen a Nuka Protectotron robot around town or your scavenger?
I've heard about them. Yeah, they wander around Texas. What about them?
I'd like to find one.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You know, I gotta be real with you. I didn't know what to think about you when you came in here on account of, you're bald.
How can you tell?
But you seem pretty okay. Why do you want dirt?
Oh. I need to find the dirt for the doctor.
For what doctor?
I forget his name. You'll have to remind me.
I think it's even better if you just don't remember.
Okay. Oh, the
doctor.
I forget his name.
Huh.
But he needs me to find dirt to grow something. He can't seem to get it to grow, and he's sending me over to find this dirt.
You trust this doctor?
Well, he kinda has this thing in me, and if I don't do what he says, I die. And I don't
What?
wanna die.
Wait. What?
That seems kind of fucked up.
Also, what? What?
What? Who is this doctor?
See, this is exactly why we banned doctors in the vault. years ago.
Also,
Wait,
what?
what?
kind of thing?
I don't know, it explodes or something.
Wait,
All right, so I think it's about time for all of you to be on your way. We really appreciate your patronage here at Vault 40, and maybe next time we can do a little bit more business. All right, let's get going. And he starts kind of like hurrying you all out of the vault.
see you later, Bobs.
You hear a pair of buys just from both Bobs who are now sitting down.
on bobbing
Oh,
on.
Yeah, keep on bobbing.
Peggy from now on is just going to try and figure out how to get said explosive because Peggy wants.
Yes, of course.
Can I have taken the improved laser rifle and taken the improved part onto my already existing laser rifle? Or could I take the mods and put the mods from my existing laser rifle onto the improved laser rifle?
Could you not take?
You just
Oh,
want
it's
to
got
mash them
mods.
together.
Well, because I have a laser rifle that's got a beam focuser and the other thing that I got. But
So
then
you would
I
be
also
taking
have
those
the
mods
improved.
off and then putting them onto the improved.
Yeah.
So for that, I would say you can. That's a repair intelligence check of a difficulty 2.
Okay.
Relatively easy to do.
Cool. I'll do that.
Since
pass
Security Bob has taken off his security,
Yes.
which has the
So
ballistic
repair
weave in it,
intelligence.
Peggy would like that.
Peggy,
I'm gonna
you go
take,
over and could you imagine this? You are a quick repair intelligence check away from tearing the ballistic weave out of this outfit.
Should I take another one?
And you're excited too. You're looking at it. You're looking at your lab coat. This might fit.
This might.
Nice.
Okay. What's the difficulty on that?
This is difficulty 2.
Okay. Yeah, let's do
And
that.
then I'm gonna use a luck point.
Whoop. I wish I could have used that. Okay.
That's gonna
okay.
be
With that.
so that's 2 successes.
2 successes. You are absolutely able to. Now I lost the thread a little bit because I know Peggy's also doing something here.
Doing the improved laser rifle swap.
You take a little bit of time while everybody's eating their soup. You take a spoonful of soup and most of it just falls out of your throat. There's like a little hole right there that makes eating kind of a hassle. You get the effects and you're kind of like, this is really not, you're just recycling. You kind of set it aside and you start taking apart your laser rifle and swap these things. Over the course of the meal, you can make those adjustments, no problem. For you, Peggy, with 3 successes, if you would like to redeem one of those action points right away, you can go ahead and not just tear out the ballistic weave. It is a perfect size. This is one of those things where like these must have been made to fit garments and you got like the same size lab coat as this person is wearing armor. You can just swap it right into the lab coat. There you go. You burn an action point and you just you just staple it right in.
Hey,
It's a little bulky, but for you have never felt cooler.
Bob, did you want to try out this?
I was about to ask, what if I'm to take this power armor, what are there stats for it?
Yeah, it's in the rules. If you
Okay,
look
so
in
it's just the T60 stats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does he need to be like taught how to use it? Can I teach
No,
him how to
no.
use it?
You can show him for flavor,
Ah,
like how to get in and
I got a
use
chance to try one of these way back. Not the T60, but it was a different one.
All right, well,
promotional
you
thing. We had a project.
just
Yeah.
let me know if you need any help. This is pretty cool.
I haven't been in one in a while.
Yeah, well, I got you if you need to get out of it again.
It should be fine. It's better to not be squishy.
That's true.
Okay. I love the idea that now just everything we do.
I'm gonna sneak. Hey guys. Boom. Shh. Boom. Shh. No problem. You can go, and it is a little damp, but you can get in this armor.
I've been in worse.
I don't think that Saddle Scamp is gonna like that one.
You imagine you will be walking the rest of the distance, especially as your saddle scamp, but not near Austin. You had to kind of tie it up back. As the Liberty Fields location is only an hour away, it would take you just as long to walk back to get your mounts.
Yeah.
But no problem. You are all hustled out of the vault with the revelation that Jebediah perhaps has an explosive inside of him.
Did anybody scavenge the other armor? Okay.
I thought.
If you
didn't
said you were
salvage
waiting,
for parts?
Peggy would do it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Peggy, make a difficulty 3 repair intelligence check.
Oh damn, yeah, we gotta use that last one.
That's what they're for.
What they are for.
Hey,
Can I help?
Oh, sweetie, you can just stay there for now.
Are
Greta,
you
would
sure?
you mind giving me a hand?
Huh?
Are you sure?
Would strength help in this endeavor? If you're just pulling stuff apart to salvage it.
Oh, please no.
I mean,
let me
Madeline's just gonna
Please
put
no.
a hand on
I
his
would
shoulder
prefer
and be like,
not you,
no,
sweetie.
honey,
no. Please,
no. And Madeline's gonna just maybe try to distract him with something shiny.
Okay.
okay, you
Yeah.
just start jangling a bunch of like nuts and
What
bolts
about
in your
this
hand.
instead?
I would.
It's got dirt on it. You like dirt, right? Clink.
This is an extra dice.
Did you?
I don't have any dice.
You wait for it to do.
It's intelligence repair, right?
So it does
Yeah.
2 piercing.
Yeah. So basically, if you rolled a one, it would be.
Oh, you just rolled
Oh.
one. Sorry.
Well, oh shit, damn, that would have been really good. Oh, critical success! A natural one!
There you go.
Oh my
So go
god.
ahead, take
Second
an action
natural
point
one
back.
game.
This is difficult, but you, especially because you're being like hustled out the door, you kind of like have to argue the rest of your party, and especially with Jebediah just sitting there staring at the nuts and bolts, and Manuel's like, let him work, let him finish. And Overseer Greaves is like, All right, and like unwilling to force the super mutant, you get the time that you need to break the armor down into components. And with that check, you find 1 rare component, 2 uncommon, and 3 common.
Great. Now I just need to find a place to craft them because we're getting
That's
kicked
the
out.
real issue, as you are now back in the streets of Austin. You have the location of Liberty Fields, and you can see that off in the distance, beyond the broken skyscrapers that make up the terrain here, there are mesas and mountains that rise up to provide a dramatic backdrop to the location that you now know lays beyond. For all of you here, it is dark and the sun is setting, and in the distance you can see what looks at first to be maybe some kind of a beacon of light. In fact, just a tornado of actual fire in the distance. But far beyond where you are all traveling to, at least today. That is the way that you want to go. Are all of you making your way towards Liberty Fields?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do y'all saw that flashlight?
and she's also gonna on the pinpoint be like,
And then suddenly, floodlight on my shoulder.
It is like those obnoxious jeeps that just turn the things on.
well, he's a little stealthy, but he is useful, isn't he?
As you say that, Mary Sue Ellen, there is just daylight in front of you. It is obnoxiously bright.
I've got you.
But no problem. You can see the road that winds out in front of you. Very easily, in fact.
Keep my eye out for a Nuka Protectron.
Okay. You keep your eye out for a Nuka Protectron, but you follow this road. 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by, and you know that you're nearing the location of Liberty Fields. You can see there are outcrops of tall rocks that serve as almost like a natural set of barriers. And you're nearing places now where you can see there are like chain link fences and do not trespass signs, many of which have been torn down or cut away over the years. Is there anything that any of you want to do before you make your way to Liberty Fields proper, which you know is just 10 minutes away?
I am looking around for threats.
You are looking
Yeah, I wanna-
around for threats.
I want to be on
Looking for a workbench.
high alert for. Well, also we have the. Did we kept the pin of where the cache was, right?
Correct. And that is in Liberty Fields.
Right. Yeah.
Make a survival perception check, Madeline.
Alright.
Could I
Can
also do so?
I would say you can assist if you want. This is difficulty. There is no difficulty to this check. You cannot earn action points. This is telling you how much you see as you approach.
Backup that helps with looking around for threats and reduces the check by 1.
Very nice.
Perception survival. You said.
Yes.
Got a complication.
You can luck it.
Oh yeah.
I did not-
Bye-bye.
I did not assist.
I get to re-roll it, right?
Yeah.
That is good. That's a good
Okay,
time to
so
use
that's
that.
one success.
Okay.
So that's 2 total from
I did
backup
not.
and.
Well, no,
oh.
backup reduces it by 1. And in my mind, I have what the difficulties would net you, because this is sort of a reverse way that the Fallout system doesn't really use. Because normally there aren't encounter maps, you guys don't really have the ability to like see things typically. With 1 success, as you look out here, you do catch in the very far distance what look like artificial structures. And in the dark, it's really hard to make them out. There aren't a ton of lights. Maybe 1 or 2. You can see little bits of reflection off metal. And you can see in the distance something moving, just slowly, like a long hammer almost, just rising and falling. And
Should
that
I-
is all that you would see.
Should I maybe go up ahead a little bit, just a little bit? All sneaky like. I see some artificial structures and something moving up there. Maybe y'all just stay, about 50 feet behind me while I go check it out. And then without waiting for an answer, she's like,
Okay. You say that as you creep forward.
How far is 50 feet?
somebody help him, please.
Stay right here.
It's about 30 steps for you.
Perfect. That's absolutely going to be helpful for Jebediah's. You make your way creeping forward, and if you're going to try to hide while doing this,
Yeah.
Can
can
you
you make a
count
sneak
to
agility
30?
check?
I will. I would love to make a sneak agility check.
Peggy is
And,
the slowest member of the group, so just instructs Jebediah to stay with her.
Is it
This is
is
probably difficulty 3.
Is it dark out or like
It
shadowy?
is, it is.
Okay, I get an extra die thanks to
Flat
Ghost.
T60.
Yes. the most stock T60 you can have fresh out of
I'm
the
just
box.
looking because now there's like B and C, and D, and I'm like, oh.
Let's go ahead and use a luck point for a reroll.
Here we go.
Did you say the difficulty?
I did difficulty 3.
Okay, so use another luck point. It's still just one luck point to reroll like each die, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
you-
can only reroll each die once.
Right. That's 2 successes.
No problem.
No successes. Oh no!
With 2 successes.
He sounds so happy.
Maybe he's happy for you.
You step out. As you're moving through, you creep and you get off the road where you can see there is a break in the stone, and you can see there is what looks like maybe like almost like a rock wall, and then beyond that a chain link fence. You are certainly nearing man-made stuff, and then your foot passes through elements of sand that should be more sturdy and straight into a board full of nails. This is called a punji board, and this is something that typically designed as a trap. These nails very long, and you feel them pierce your foot through the boot and then through the boot on the other side proper as you take 4 points of physical damage.
Wow.
Can
Can
I
we see
still?
this?
Oh, that's not an injury though, because it's not 5.
It is not an injury because
Is
it's
that
not
reduced
5.
by DR?
It is not reduced by DR
So 4.
because it is piercing.
All right.
And as you kind of step on this, it takes every ounce of your willpower not to scream. All of you hear that. But in this tense moment, you don't hear anything else. You did not fail by enough to blow this, but you are currently impaled a little bit on this board.
Can I try to get unimpaled?
You can. So go ahead and make an agility athletics check. This is a difficulty 3 agility athletics
I'm gonna
check.
go ahead and spend an action
Do you think I should
point.
go up and try to help her?
let her go.
Agility, athletics.
Mhm.
Just checking to see if I have anything
Good
for this.
guess.
Alright, here we go. Oh my god.
Doesn't
Yeah,
sound
maybe you
good.
should.
I got this.
Bob, let me try first. Let me try
100%.
first.
Oh my god!
Use the fat man to dislodge her.
Okay. So I got
All right. Oh, don't move.
agility athletics.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 1 success and a complication. And I re-rolled the complication and got another 20.
So you take 3 points of piercing. And a couple things are happening in this moment. Let me go ahead and get a visual perspective.
Oh,
Yay! Combat
Too
time.
complicated.
Well, I don't
So-
Can
have.
I don't
I
know
don't have
if
many
it's too
grenades
late,
left,
but can I
so,
try to like
I'm
go
coming over
help
to
in
just
the
help
power
you out.
armor? Like,
You know,
lift
it's
her
the last
off
session
of
of
it?
Madeline dies, she dies.
I need a lot of space.
Oh
Okay.
jeez.
Oh, I love
I
that.
have now become just de facto medic.
Yeah.
Because I have a grenade.
I'm still putting
I
my
will-
stats for the power armor on. It is beefy.
I'll be the closest up front because I think after hearing the just big
Oh,
Riz.
is there- Can I get the power armor mini? Yeah, no,
Um,
no rush.
you fly?
Oh wow.
Oh god.
Woo! Look at
Oh, that
that.
looks amazing.
Oh, right, because it's an oil field. Look at. Okay.
And then the chain link fence fell down, so somebody wouldn't mind propping that back.
For sure
It's
will.
okay. I'll just walk through it.
Oh, Joe, the cars, they look so good.
That
Oh,
cave
wow.
is-
Boy, howdy.
These
We're all
look
gonna
real
make
great.
sure to take lots of
But you
pictures.
can see
because
more of this on Alberon RPG Twitter. And not Twitter, fuck Twitter.
Fuck Twitter.
All the
Instagram.
social medias,
Bluesky.
Bluesky,
Even
and
TikTok, maybe.
Patreon. Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Please do subscribe.
You need
We
to come-
Olive
you
is
need to
doing
all the way
an
up to the
incredible
black
job
line.
of putting cool
What?
extras
all the
on
way
the
up to the black
Patreon.
line.
We've got session
to push it
zeros.
more.
We've got little interviews
Combat
after
character.
each session. It's so good. And Talon could tell you that it's amazing. It's Talon's favorite Patreon of all the ones he follows.
Talon commented on the Iron and Thorns video. Thank you, Talon.
Thank you, Talon.
We're always so happy that we have you joining us as well.
We have
Always
our-
a pleasure.
So you can
all right,
see.
where am I
You're
impaled?
impaled.
So you're all the way
I'm assuming by
between the 2 rows of tires. Yes, anywhere in there you could place yourself.
could you put me? I'm gonna start jogging up.
Okay. Yeah, you're all entering.
Yeah,
from
so
that
like
side.
I'm probably kind of
Yeah,
close to where you are.
and,
maybe like to the right.
You
Yeah,
rolled not
or, like,
one
a
but
little,
two
a little
complications.
closer. Yeah.
So
Well,
No, I
yeah,
re-rolled
right
a 20 and got another 20.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
The flavor is going to be very upsetting.
So for your group, please place yourself where you are.
Peggy would be next, a little bit
Wherever
in the middle.
Jebediah is.
Where's me?
Jebediah is right up there for some reason.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, can I start there?
I put him up there because I was moving
Where's
other
Peggy?
things.
Peggy would start to be heading towards Madeline, but
Okay.
would probably be behind, like in the middle somewhere.
Oh, also
Not
for the
because-
record,
Like
Madeline
that?
did put her gun back together with all the
Excellent.
barrels and stuff. That was before.
So two things happen. First, you roll bad. You flub that roll, and you can hear off from the direction of the water tower. Huh?
Uh-oh.
And
So
you
sorry.
see
That was a
up on
very
this-
deep, huh?
Oh, this is like the natural one from the other night all over again.
It's okay. I have an 11 strength now.
You
Hooray!
see the voice belongs to a towering super mutant that makes Jebediah look quite short.
Is that your brother?
They are holding a huge weapon. Absolutely massive, larger than anything that you've seen on the suits of power armor. It looks a little bit cobbled together, but it kind of glows with a bluish light. And in that same moment, with the complication, off and behind you, Mary Sue Ellen, and you, Greta, you hear a low. And behind you,
No.
little cave.
Oh, is there? We can find you some
Oh.
Deathclaw there.
No! I didn't see him.
Is a super mutant hound.
Oh, never mind. That's not a Deathclaw.
Oh dear.
You're near one of those.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm better closer up, so if it starts
Okay.
closer to me, that's probably
That's
better.
good. Okay.
And because it is 1:30 and a good place to take a break before we dive into this combat with only a single super mutant and a mutant hound,
Yeah, nothing else is here.
this is where we're going to take a quick break. Thank you for sticking with us so far. We will be back in just a little bit with the finale of Black Heart of Texas. There'll be a countdown on your screen. We'll see you at the end of it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Howdy, folks. Thank you for sticking with us if you did. If not, you're joining 2 of our cast crew and not being here. Oh, wait. They're coming.
We're
What?
live.
So,
Garrett just called down. How much time do we have left?
I know.
Negative 4 seconds.
Negative 4 seconds.
We're talking with Emily.
Yeah, I know. Emily's the best.
Thank you for sticking with us. We are back to play a little bit more Fallout for the last session of Black Heart of Texas as we left off. Let me go ahead and pull up our combat cam here. One of us, and we won't name names, wandered ahead of the group and impaled their foot upon a series of nails wedged into a board.
It wasn't me.
It was Madeline.
Well, conflicting reports. We had an individual shout out, "Huh?" from up in one of these towers, and you could hear a low of this growl coming off from within the cave as a super mutant hound began to stalk out. And because, Madeline, you have sort of tipped off the people who are here, we're going to go ahead and start combat.
Yeah, it's honestly
Do
it's
we
fair.
see the super mutant?
At the moment, nobody sees it. You've heard the general vicinity that it comes from.
And
You
we see the hound.
you do see the hound. The hound is the only thing, given the light that you have, that you are able to see.
So we heard the and then see the hound.
Correct.
And hear the hound going. Blah, 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 I'm a hound.
So,
I'm a hound.
I'm a mutant hound.
You got any jerky?
do you
So,
have any
what's your
jerk?
charisma?
That's what I would ask if I had.
All right. So, give me just 1 second. Let me go
It's
ahead and put
Houndo.
my
Do you know that guy?
initiative. Okay, so
Terrible piece of hat head.
anybody with initiative 20 to 15.
16.
16 for Mary Sue Ellen.
Indeed.
Mary Sue Ellen.
18 for me.
18. Okay, let me restart.
Initiative doesn't change in power armor either, right?
It does not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Remind me, initiative is agility
'Cause
plus
it's,
something.
yeah,
Perception.
agility.
Okay,
Plus
so
something.
mine went up when
Actually,
I
my
increased ability.
perception
Madeline.
does it change by an increment if it goes up?
It'd just be plus 1. Yeah.
Okay, so
Because
yeah, mine's okay.
Technically
Mine is
13. But
cool.
until the end.
That's, yeah, that doesn't really. Yeah.
So, Madeline, since you are going to be the first person, can you roll a d4 for me, please?
Okay, I only have a D4.
Mm-hmm.
I
Want a
only brought
tiny one?
D20s. What?
Tiny one?
D4, yes, please.
Those are
As-
the best kind.
As combat starts, can I spend a luck
4.
point for Mysterious Savior?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
And do you wanna?
Mysterious stranger.
No, savior. Oh,
I have
Stranger.
Savior.
What was it?
I got 4.
A 4. Phenomenal. Love
I think
that.
it's what mysterious
Okay,
stranger.
if you love it, then I don't know.
There's also
So,
mysterious
Miss Greta, what is your initiative?
It's from the
11.
supplemental.
11. Bob, what's your initiative?
13.
13. And then Jebediah, what is your initiative?
8.
8.
Peggy's sitting here at a 12.
Okay, we love that.
No, we don't. We
We
really don't.
do. Peggy, what is your agility?
My agility is some crap. It's a 4.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the way that this
Mine's
works
the
out,
slowest one here.
Madeline is going to be starting us off, ironically enough, maybe a chance to get to a little bit more safety. Following that will be Mary Sue Ellen. Following that will be somebody, then Jebediah, then somebody else, then Peggy, then Greta, then the super mutant hound, and then at the very end of time and space is Jebediah. A little slower than their brethren. So, Madeline, for
Yeah.
you in this moment, you hear "Huh!" from off in the distance. You hear growling and looking over your shoulder. You're like, this can't possibly get any worse. And there is a super mutant hound bearing down on Mary Sue Ellen. What do you want to do?
Do I see that Peggy is like on her way to help me?
Yeah, you turn and the
Peggy
group
did shout,
is
"Stay there,
kind of.
hon."
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to look through my scope in the direction of the
Okay. So, as an action, are you making a perception agility check to try to locate the source?
Would it need? I can't just like look and see whether my elf eyes see anything.
It's dark out. You don't have any night vision or anything like that, so you're not able to perceive without really taking the time to do that.
Okay, so yeah, I'll use an action to see if I can, but locate
Go
the
for it.
person.
This is a difficulty 2 check. Well, this is a difficulty 1 check, and you get the sense that there may be more if you have a higher success rate.
Okay. How many points we got? Just the one? Action points?
And I have misplaced
Just
my
the one.
action points, so
I'm not gonna use
Oh,
it.
there's
There's a bunch here.
I know those are the quartz.
Those are
I'm
the
supposed to have
points.
quantum ones. So instead, I have Fisherman's Friends.
Nice.
I think there are a couple of quantum
I have
ones in
two.
here.
No, it's a different chin.
I have
No,
two
I know, but-
Fisherman's Friends
Okay.
at the moment to use for
Just,
what it's worth.
Do you want to buy one?
Just
We
so
have
we don't
one.
need to have a sore throat in the middle of this show.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. What kind of test again?
This is going to be a perception agility check, I believe. This is a perception. Sorry, a perception survival check. Difficulty 1.
God damn it!
Ooh.
You sweep to the left, you sweep to the right, but in the back of your ears, you could hear the of your heartbeat as the nails are through your
It hurts
foot.
so much.
You
guys.
can't see anything.
I got a complication.
And you got a complication.
I used my last luck point and it
Wow.
gave me a 20.
I'm
That
so
blows.
sorry.
I'm
man.
so upset.
You would be rolling
Yeah.
really, really well if we weren't playing this.
I've
system.
gotten literally 4 20s like today.
Yeah.
Anything else then? Hold on
Friday
a
night
second
would've
to
been
change
cool.
this around a little bit here.
Um,
Okay.
Let me just remind myself of what my options. So that whole thing was an action, right?
Yes,
major
and the
action.
complication from up overhead, you hear still in the darkness that you cannot pinpoint. I hear you, and you feel pinpointed.
Okay. So that whole thing, that action was my major action.
Correct.
Can I use a minor action to on the Pit Boy be like beep boop beep boop beep?
Did
Like
you-
we found it.
Yeah, sure,
okay.
absolutely. You furiously, as a minor action, send off a communication to the Ghoul Baron, presumably.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe some cavalry will come. I don't know.
No
but
problem. You send off a message. You do that. That is your
if I
turn.
die, at least we fulfilled the mission.
Absolutely. And now for our complication. For our complication, we are going to move the 2 individuals from Initiative Order 12 to 17.
Oh, cool.
They are going to go
Can
after
I-
you, Madeline. Yes.
Use a luck point to just in time take my turn right now.
Sure.
Nice. I'm
So
gonna do
versus
that.
having them expose themselves and give you a definitive location,
Oh.
please, Jebedias, go ahead.
I mean,
Say,
you
man. Too late now.
Too late now.
It's too late now.
Try to riz on him.
Well, it probably won't matter because I'm here to go over and take care of the dog anyways. So I will attack the hound with my hammer.
Okay, you turn around, this thing
And I
growling at you.
need some dice. Where's the
About
dice?
to get shot in the head, aren't
Um,
I?
I have some that are just dice.
Okay. I forget, do
Dice,
we
dice.
know the defense of the dog?
There's one more that just
Do you want the
back a little bit.
nice one?
Oh my god.
It's fine. That's just a new combatant.
And I'll use an action
It
point.
rolled an 8.
So let's see. 3 successes
Very
on
nice.
hitting the hound.
3 successes on hitting the hound. That is absolutely a hit.
How many did I need?
You just needed 1.
Okay, so we get 2 action points back, right?
Correct.
Feeling we'll need those. And it hits in the left arm, and
Very
I need to roll some damage.
I forgot that those were in the Chinese food container.
He thought he was just getting a quick snack in the middle of it.
I always like associate that with lo mein, so I was like noodles.
Hold on. A lot of these.
Oh, now I want Chinese.
One of your scars is healing off.
Scars be doing that.
They do be, it's true.
He's healing. His super mutant restoration is finally kicking in.
10. Alright, so that'll be 10 hammer damage, stun, piercing. Let's see. And it pierces 1.
That almost, as you turn around, this creature, You just wheel around, and with your hammer in your hands, you feel the head of it seem to accelerate of its own accord, and it just slams into this creature. You get it right in the side of the head, and you feel a deafening crack. It has just begun to let out a super mutant howl, but you silence it instantly. It's still alive. It's wounded. You said that was left arm?
Yeah.
Okay. It is hobbled. You can see the legs now limping. It doesn't seem to be able to control its front legs. And so it's kind of just like going all over the place, barely alive, but still up. Anything else, Jebediah's?
I will spend 2 action points to take another major action
Yeah.
and just hit it again.
There you go. Make your attack roll.
And the difficulty is now 1 higher.
Okay.
But that is 2 successes.
That is a meets it beats it. Go
All
ahead
right.
roll
And do
your
I need to roll damage for this?
You don't.
Okay.
They have 1 hit point left.
Nice.
So as you slam into them, they are barely up. There is this yelp, and they kind of go all over the place. You feel bad for this creature, and so you just wind the hammer back up and
I'll
slam
put
it
you
down.
out of your misery. That I
It
also put
just
you in.
Guys, what time is it?
Off in the darkness, you hear this voice shout out, "Redman, no!"
Oh no!
But that is your turn.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Is that Method Man?
This brings us to our super mutant friend. So up here on top of the tower, they have been observing you this whole time. For all of you unable to perceive them, they have had a bead on Madeline, and then by extension, as you begin to wail on their pet, the rest of you as well. Madeline, you hear the whine of machinery start up as they unload a minigun on you and potentially people behind you.
Oh man, we just are saying.
I'm
nice
going to
little
go ahead
ones.
and burn a fisherman friends.
Yes.
This guy up here.
It is to roll 3 dice instead.
Is there one here?
Ooh. That fisherman is a real friend.
That is a critical success
Oh.
He's such a
and
friend.
1 regular
Ready to say
success.
goodbye
for
to
3.
Madeline.
What is your defense?
2.
2, excellent, love that. And then we are going to roll damage. They are going to burn 10 ammunition.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh, dear.
How many damage dice do you guys have over there?
I got a box. Pass the box.
I just need 6 more.
These are the bullets.
Oh, love this. Okay.
You know, Joe deserves some joy.
I
The
do.
white, the
Today.
white one is Joe's.
And
Okay.
This one is yours.
you know, I
That's
like
okay. I got
Madeline,
a
but
handful right now.
okay.
It is.
Gutted
Okay.
when her head
Here you go.
explodes,
This
as
is
it
for
is
you.
likely to do right now.
All right, so as this
Probably
just
that's what's gonna
unrolls, you hear
happen.
"Redman, no!" and they focus their energy on Madeline, but then drift up and try to drift this over towards Jebediah. They are going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is 12 points of physical damage to the left arm. Of that, 3 points carries over to Madeline. And then, give me 1 second here.
Wait, sorry, so 12 to his left arm.
12 to your left arm.
To me, okay.
12
Oh.
to your left arm,
Oh,
which is
no.
certainly an injury.
Oh no.
And then as part of the burst, that is 10 feet with the additional legendary, that is 20 feet per rolled. 1 additional target per rolled. Love that.
So I'm down, just for the record.
Okay. Mary Sue Ellen.
Yep.
This is also going to hit you.
Figured.
And with that attack... Oh, actually, if we're being fair about this, Bob, you're closer. And being a little bit closer, you are the person who's going to be taking this damage. That
does
is
it
going
hit
to
me?
be... Oh, yes, it does. So it has a... So this is a minigun. The minigun has something that is called... Not blast, burst. And so for every little icon that it rolls, you take the damage for an additional target within a certain number of feet.
Ah.
Technically, that means that you would have taken just 12 straight damage. That isn't super fun because I feel like this will just start chewing through everybody right away. So I'm re-rolling damage because they almost got max. This is still not great for 7 points of physical damage.
To where?
This is going to be to your left arm as well. As they aim only for the left sides of your bodies, they take this minigun and
I was
just
gonna say, does Does it actually get through your armor?
Just shooting straight up. Madeline, this just you're like, oh no, and then it just goes straight through your body, up,
Yeah.
and then just bounces off the power armor behind you, ricocheting into your back. You're being shot from the front and the back,
sorry.
I'm very dead.
and you just poof to the ground.
Oh,
Are
jeez.
there like? Do we
Stop.
need to care about negative anything in
No,
this guy?
you know,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
Vomit.
But Peggy, your aid
He's
is
like
needed.
shredded at this point.
That is the minigun. That is everything for Pecos Bill. That brings us to Tex. There is rumbling off in the distance. And that is all that happens on that turn.
Ugh.
This brings us to Mary Sue Ellen. Blue is on deck.
Well, I saw Madeline just go down. The hound that was next to me is now in pieces. Correct.
Yes.
One big piece and then a few smaller.
Is it possible for me to grab a stim pack from Peggy and then start sprinting towards Mary Sue Ellen? Oh no, move towards Madeline. That's me.
As a minor action, I think.
So I have.
What's it called? Starfire Fallout. A
Minor action.
Minor action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's draw item
Yeah.
or
I
interact.
also have
Draw item.
So it'll be draw item or interact because I have quick draw.
I would say it could be draw item.
Okay.
It says draw carried item is draw item.
So, yeah,
or
I'm
pick
not-
one up from the floor.
I
So
don't have one.
But as a
so-
group, if you guys are close together,
Yeah.
you can access. I'll say that you can access each other's
Okay.
inventories.
Excellent.
You're just pulling things off each other's bodies.
Yeah. So I'm going
Backup's got
to.
one too, so backup's just like
May I have the
Got a little
thingy?
first
Sorry, my
aid
one
pack.
foot is very asleep right now, so I cannot stand. You gotta give me a second for it to come back.
Do you want this for backup?
know how that.
I have a
Um,
fox.
Are you trying to figure out distance between you?
Yeah.
He's back up.
So I could get there if I'm get there straight. Would I have to jump over the tires?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Am I still
What is
in
that?
bed,
It's just
by the
cover,
way?
so you can just jump over it. It's like half height. You can jump
Okay.
over the
I can
tires
just
if
jump
you
over.
want.
Okay.
But staying near the tires does give you the
Look at
benefit of
that.
cover.
All right. So I would like to get, if I can, on this side of Madeline, and I would like to stab her with a stim pack, please.
Okay, so you dive over the tires for a stim pack. I believe that is a
So
medicine
stim pack.
intelligence check,
Medicine intelligence.
and I think it's just difficulty 0, right?
well, it depends on what action you're using.
Oh,
so-
right.
If you're just using the take chem minor action, you just do it.
So I'm administering it. So I'm applying as a first aid action.
Yeah, so you're
All
using
right.
a major action.
Yes. So I'm using my major action to apply this. So healing 4 HP or treating an injury in addition to any other healing done.
Yeah, so you do a first aid action.
Okay.
It's in intelligence medicine.
Intelligence medicine. Oh, those are my best skills. I'm
That's
so
what Peggy was
glad.
I
headed
think the
over.
DC is currently 2
Let me just see what the DC
because
is.
you have 2 injuries.
I have being dead is being dead 1 injury, and then I have 1 injury.
You have 1 injury from the 12 damage, and when you get down, you just get another injury.
Got it.
So for this, it's an intelligence medicine check. Difficulty to number of injuries.
That's 2.
Player no longer attempting endurance. So this is 2. Yes.
Okay.
May I interject from a strategy standpoint?
Yes.
You might want to save that for Peggy.
Just have Peggy do it.
Peggy, these are some of Peggy's best skills.
Okay. So
Yeah,
to
she-
not do that.
You can just minor action.
Kara kind of built
apply the
Peggy
stim
as,
then.
as a healer.
So if you do your thing, like your other, like whatever other combat skill you want,
Can I take chem as a minor action
Yeah.
to another person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where I was getting confused
yes,
because
you
I
can
wasn't.
you can just like, as long as it's target a willing character within your reach.
Okay.
Madeline's dead.
Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna stab her with that.
All right.
And then you don't need to make a check.
That
and
is
then
4 HP or treats 1 injury.
Yeah.
Because you are dying, you stabilize immediately.
But
awesome.
do I receive HP or I'm
No.
just stable?
No, you're
Okay.
stable.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I will remain on that side, this as close to this bit of cover as I can.
Okay.
I'm assuming I can't see.
You can't. So right now, as you dive over the tires, there is
Mhm.
minigun fire just
Yeah.
all overhead. It is hitting the dirt and making it molten around you. It is hitting the tires and blasting hot rubber everywhere. You go over onto where Madeline is just bleeding out in the sand and just jab this in.
Yep.
You can't even lift your head up. If you try, it feels like your hat is going to be pulled off your head.
Not your
from
hat.
the weight of the bullets going over top.
Yeah. Okay, so therefore, what I'm gonna do is prepare an action, ready an action.
Okay.
I'll like to ready an attack action for if a character gets within my gun range. So if an enemy gets within my gun range.
Okay.
So right now, he's over here. I have a close range, so
Okay, and
not-
you have a rough idea as to where they are, so you don't even really see them yet. But
Yeah.
when you have an idea as to where the fire is coming from, certainly.
yes. So
Okay.
I'll do.
No worries.
Can I ask a quick clarifying question?
You absolutely can.
Am I still impaled?
Are you still impaled? Not mechanically.
Nobody
no.
unimpaled
Not
me. is it?
mechanically. No. When you
Okay.
fell unconscious, your foot.
Like when I fell over.
Yeah.
Oh god.
The
that
bullets
sounded
shredded a hole through your foot so that it just slid right out.
I have no arm or foot.
Well, you just lost a couple toes. But you can just ask Peggy for some extra, like, little wood chips or
Yeah,
something.
you got toes?
Right? Extra toes? You
Anything
probably
else,
have a
Marisol?
drawer full of them, right?
Oh, specifically no, but I
don't think so, because that was my major action, minor
use
action
toes.
movement,
There you go.
and everything else you need to pay for, right?
Yep.
So
So
I
you
will
are
allow.
ready. You aim your gun, holding the stim
Tin
pack
toes,
into
Madeline.
Madeline. That brings us to another individual.
Another
You
individual.
could hear rumbling off in the distance. Could everybody roll a d20 and then tell me the result, please?
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
12.
16.
4.
19.
14.
Okay.
Ooh, 18.
Okay. Highest was an 18.
Rolls.
No, 19.
19. Jebediah. Love that.
Die.
Jebediah, you smash this mutant, and as you do, you feel victorious. You have become the alpha in this district. You look around, everybody else at least like 3 feet shorter than you. And then in the distance, you hear a roar. And looking off behind you, closing the gap, you can see a huge creature standing taller than you, riding on their back. You see another super mutant. And closing the distance very quickly here. You've heard of Blue.
Wait, I think this.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And riding on their back is Big Tex.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, I think them's them super mutants we've been told about.
And they ride astride. You see a super mutant wearing all this like rusted plate mail almost armor. On their head, you can see stapled together from a variety of other hats. You see trucker hats, baseball hats, but a big imitation of a 10-gallon hat that is just massive on this super mutant. And as they rush towards you on the back of this blue death claw, they raise it high and they yell, "Yeehaw!" This blue death claw is going to roar into battle. And as it does, Jebediah, it seems mad that you killed its friend. For the first time in a long time, you feel a little small as it rises towards you. And Jebediah, I'm going to burn a fisherman's friend. Roll an extra.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I really want to do that for my GM intrusions now. That's great.
Jelly bean.
3 successes on an attack.
That will hit.
So it claws up against you, and as it does, that is only going to be, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I love rolling these bullet dice. That is going to be 6, 7, 8 points of piercing damage.
How much of it is piercing?
8.
All of it is
Oh,
piercing?
sorry. That is 8 points of damage, 2 of which is piercing.
Okay. To my...
To your right arm. Everybody hates arms here. And then after slashing across, they're going to go ahead and take a second attack, and they're going to use my second fisherman's friends for this. And they are going to make this a rending attack. They're going to make the difficulty 1 more and increase the damage if they hit. That is going to be 4 successes. And so almost certainly hitting. They will be rolling now 2 extra dice worth of damage. As the second claw comes up, and this death claw roars directly in your face. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 8 points of damage, 2 of which is piercing. Physically, to your left leg.
Oh.
It just tears, and then it roars directly in your face. You can see this creature excited to tear you apart. It is big, and you feel as if this is something that you may not be able to lift, but you could see it can almost certainly lift and slam you. That is Blue's turn, however, and that brings us to Jebediah. Jebediah, you took your turn earlier.
Yep.
That actually brings us to Tex. So, jumping off the back of this death claw, Greta, you are directly behind them, so they're going to land right next to you.
Oh, they separate?
Yes.
Damn it.
Oh, yes. They absolutely do. And after yelling out loudly, yeehaw, they are going to swing a sledgehammer at you, Greta.
Okay,
That is 2 successes.
that's all you need.
Here we go. And so with these 2 successes, that is
Oh, wait, depends. I lied. It depends on where.
fair enough. That is in your right leg.
As someone who only has pincer arms, actually doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit.
No, I have a physical DR of 3.
Oh no, that's
That's your
not
damage
your
resistance.
defense.
What's your defense?
Your defense is up here.
Oh, 1. Huh, well, so you're gonna hit every time then.
There you go.
Roll
So,
0
That's
successes.
how much you reduce the damage by.
Yeah.
and
Oh.
for what it's worth, they roll very poorly on damage. They strike you with this hammer, but they kind of eat the landing a little bit, sort of rolling their ankle. You hear, "Oh, my ankle!" But that is only going to be 4 points of damage. One of which, however,
So it would be -3, right?
Yeah.
Because of my armor.
So 1 damage to that part.
and then 1 additional damage as this weapon is vicious. And it
Okay.
just kind of slashes into you. The hammer itself seems to have been sharpened on the head, and so it cuts into the actual metal of your armor. But reverberating, that is Tex, and that brings us to Peggy. Greta, you are on deck.
Okay, all right. I'm just gonna go this way. Backup's gonna follow me, and I'm going to maybe not use a sleep that knocks over all the terrain. Learning from Friday.
I was going to say, it's like Friday all over again.
Peggy kind of like crawls through this way,
That for us now, it's fine.
and backup follows ahead.
Okay, you rush through, going around Bob, who is like standing there, bullets just ricocheting off the armor.
You're so big now.
Hi.
Get out of the way. And Peggy is going to take a stim pack
Okay.
and also do a first aid check with that.
Okay, go for it. And I believe that's just flat difficulty 1.
Yep. And I have many. That's cocked. I have many things to help me.
Thank you.
And I think it's reroll. Yes, reroll 1d20. That's the same. That is a critical because it's a tag skill. So that's 2 successes. Hell yeah. And using a stim pack, so I treat 1 injury and you get 4 HP.
Very nice.
So I think you have 0 injuries and 4 HP.
Uh,
Oh, and what's your medicine?
1 injury.
What's
one
my
injury
Oh, wait, never mind.
because being downed is an injury in and of itself. So
Yeah, but
that
you
is
got
done.
You
healed.
were
last time.
stabilized.
You're stabilized.
Her stim pack healed your injury.
First injury.
Okay, so now I have no
0
injuries.
injuries.
Okay,
Fantastic.
zero injuries and 4 HP.
Very nice.
Thank you. Oh, my
Did we
foot
get
hurts.
did we get an action point for my extra
Your foot is
success?
actually the least of your worries right now.
I have no arm, but somehow I'll be able to shoot my gun because I'm not technically injured.
You pick a finger up off the
Oh, I
ground. This will
got
work.
injury. I don't know if I can swing my weapon anymore.
that
And
game.
Peggy is going to
If it's one hand,
just like crouch down,
Okay,
not
you
dropping from
free
just
action.
crouching and like
Crouch.
taking cover.
Where you are standing, you do have a little bit of cover from the tires and the debris around you. You feel safe is a strong word, but safer.
Safer.
That is
Peggy's
your
going
turn.
for safer.
That is your turn, Peggy.
Yep.
All right, you bring Madeline back into the fight. That brings us to Greta.
Okay. So Greta immediately watches as these 2 horrible people and creatures come up, and she's going to activate her flamer arm, blast it full speed at these 2 guys because it has the burst effect. An attack may hit 1 additional target within 10 feet.
Yep.
For each
Of the little symbols rolled on the
Guys
damage
rolled.
dice.
Okay.
So roll damage first, or roll to hit first.
Okay, can I get... I think
How
I
many?
will just... So for this, it's big guns.
Big gun.
Okay, which I think will work here.
Which stat are you using?
Ideally, intelligence.
It says up next to big guns how much.
Big guns and endurance.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to use a luck point to use luck instead.
There you go. That's a smart idea.
Okay, so big guns and endurance for me. That would
In
be
game. In game, it's about 7 o'clock.
Oh, jeez. All right.
So it's luck.
Yeah, I've got it. Ooh.
No, I was just curious.
I know,
I'll
it's curious, too.
use
There are some perks.
a
that
luck
are
point to reroll 1.
Do we know what the difficulty is on this defense? I forget if we.
No.
If it's known or
Were
not.
you attacking?
Both of these guys.
You have no idea for either of them yet. What did you roll?
I'm gonna reroll 1
Okay.
to see, so hopefully get at least 2 successes. Natural 1.
Nice.
That's my third natural 1 this game. So
Very nice.
Nice.
4 successes now. Oh no, that'd be 2, right?
It's two, so it's
So
three.
3 successes total.
3 successes total. That is easily more than enough.
Okay.
You get the sense that the Deathclaw has a little bit less defense than the super mutant, who is wearing heavy armor.
For action point generation, how many action points do we get?
I believe that generates 2 action points.
Okay. And where to hit? It's going to be their left legs.
Switching it
Can
up
I
a
get
bit.
3 damage dice, please? Also, her flamer arm has a lot of weapon qualifications.
Do you want to use any ammo for more damage dice?
You want to pass these back to the pool?
Okay.
Well, this is too confusing for me right now. I already have a lot going on here. Alright.
Okay.
The minigun is 10 damage dice.
Okay, so this
give
is.
They were handed to
Okay,
me.
so may attack 1 additional target. So I got 2 misses and just 1 hit.
Yeah, this one's one damage.
Okay, so but it's persistence, but I didn't roll any faces.
And what kind of damage is that?
Energy.
Yeah, probably energy. Let's see.
Flamer, I believe, is energy.
Spread. Yeah, type energy.
To whom? To what part of the body?
Left leg.
Left leg of both of these guys.
So you take this flamer, and for you, using the luck stat instead of endurance, it as soon as you start jetting it, you just start spinning in circles, just flames, and you just happen to just lick the fire across the Deathclaw and the super mutant, not hitting any of your allies. It deals no damage, as the damage resistance to energy seems to be a little higher than that.
Bummer. Okay, minor action. She's gonna back up.
Okay, you back up. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, that is your turn. Greta, that brings us to the Hound, who is dead. That brings us to... Wait a second here.
Are
Did
they
we ever
within
get
range?
a Bob?
A what?
Bob.
I wrote Jebediah's twice instead of Bob. Bob, sorry.
Oh,
You were up top. Bob, go
I think
ahead.
they're just. I think that Deathclaw is just outside my range. Essentially.
We've got 62 here, if that matters.
No, I'm only close. I think it's like literally just outside.
Alright, I think,
You're initiative 13, right?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I just switched you in Jebediah's, that's why.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, I'm going to take the aim minor action, and then, do I see this guy as part of the aim minor action?
I would say if you use the aim minor action,
Like looking in the direction with my floodlight?
you do have the flood. I'll say with the floodlight active, sure. I don't want to look it up. For now, you can use the A minor action. Using the floodlight, you have not used the power armor before. This T60 armor, you can see it is very much like the VAT system. Things slow down. You see the outline of the super mutant up on the water tower. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm going to...
And as part of that too, are you announcing to the rest of your group where this person is?
Yeah, like, on the tower!
The power armor
I saw nothing.
amplifies Bob's voice, so still very much a ghoul, but electronically booming across the desert landscape. On the tower!
I hate that.
The light washes across, and you can see the super mutant kind of shies away. The minigun just goes straight up in the air, just tracing into the darkness. But yeah, no problem.
And I'm gonna make my attack against the super mutant.
Go for it.
So I think that's... Oh yeah, what's the range? Because it's in... with the beam focuser, it's... Close +1.
So
what-
medium.
Medium.
So
so
medium.
60. I don't know if
Oh,
you can reach
okay,
him.
so I need to move for...
We have 60 here if you need.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think you'll be able to reach me. You need to
Okay.
get to at least where we are.
So I need to get up to there,
Yeah.
right? So how much can I move on a turn? About 30?
You can move up right to that
So I could move
barrel,
up to
basically.
there, and then I think that gives it to me. Can you move
I
me
don't
30?
think it does.
Right here.
Yeah, I might be like right at 30.
I think you're out.
Okay.
I think it's about 90 feet from there, give or take, roughly, not counting the
I think
hypotenuse.
you're just outside of the range.
It's wild.
Okay, then I think
It's almost like this was calculated.
Yeah.
that's okay. I think I've got this.
You can
I'm
spend
going
some action points
yeah.
to do major action sprint and to get closer if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend. Well, I'm gonna take major action sprint, aim, right?
That's a major
two-
minor.
Yeah, you'd have to buy another action.
Major, minor, and then
Yeah,
minor.
that's
Wait, hold on.
And-
You can't aim if you're.
No, major action would be
Moving.
sprint. No, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You
because
can
it's
take the major action
To sprint. Yeah.
Yeah, sprint just gives you another movement, right?
no sprint moves you
allows
60
to move
feet.
to
Major action to sprint, 60
Oh, okay.
feet. Minor action to aim.
Yes.
Um, then I'm going to spend 2 action points
To do another major
to
action.
do another major action.
Okay.
I'm going to inspire,
Okay.
make a charisma and speech test
Go
with
for it.
difficulty 0 to distribute
Now-
any action
Hold on.
points
I
generated.
need to say out of character. So you're spending 2 action points.
Just
try
listen
to
to
get
what
more?
I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I make.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to distribute any of the action
you
points that I
can-
generate to the nearby allies.
So if you're moving if you're moving away from us, but also you can only do 2 major
But I'm
actions
still-
per turn.
Within range.
But
You,
you
haven't
move further?
sprinted.
You haven't
That's only
sprinted
your
yet.
movement.
You don't
Sprinted
need
would-
to sprint to get to us.
But they're trying to get
Hold
in
on.
range to fire.
Yeah, I'm getting in range to fire, so I'm not there now.
Yeah.
I'm-
Well, yeah. If you sprinted, you're there.
Okay.
Major
Right.
action sprint.
Yeah.
So are you firing this turn?
No.
Oh, I guess I don't need to aim then.
If you're firing this turn, then you would need to aim. If you're not firing this turn, because you can only take 2 major actions. Because if you
Yeah.
did an inspire, that's sprint inspire, then you're not firing this turn.
Yeah.
Inspire is a major action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you're spending 2 points to inspire to possibly get 2 points.
I love it.
I think
Does
you
that?
should, I think you should fire and then the
then-
next turn
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
generate.
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll do that.
So before you fire, with all of this settled, you have finally run through this space. Can you make for free a difficulty 2 agility athletics check as you run across a very trapped space?
Um,
Do you have soft heat?
No, he has hard feet.
You have a very good chance to just, depending on what you step on.
what is it?
Difficulty 2 agility athletics.
Athletics. Oh, do I get anything from this armor? I hope I do. Don't know if I do though.
I don't think so. I think it's mostly just.
Yeah, I don't think it does. So that's gonna be 0 successes. I think I'm gonna take
I love
2
this.
lucks.
Okay. Reroll that then.
Reroll those.
Reroll those. As you're running, for just a moment, the power armor foot slams down on the ground, and as you look down, you're standing directly on the trigger of a bear trap. Depending on how you roll here, your luck will determine whether it is faulty or not.
So that's
Difficulty 2.
difficulty 2, agility and athletics. That's gonna be a complication.
There we go. As this snaps shut, the power of your power armor slamming into it overrides the trigger mechanism, and you overcharge the actual teeth of this trap. It slams into the power armor, your kick powering the trap through the armor itself, and you take 4 points of piercing physical damage to the left leg.
So just
As a complication?
ignores damage resistance.
As a complication,
Ignores it because it's piercing.
until you do something to free yourself from this trap, you are anchored in place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I take my shot.
Then you could take your shot.
Okay.
You're stuck, but you're not helpless.
What are you shooting?
My improved
Oh,
laser rifle.
What are you aiming at?
Oh.
Okay, I just want to point out, in case you can't see it from this angle, there is a barrel that says fuel next to him.
I mean,
Oh,
you know.
Okay. I didn't see
This
that.
side
You didn't see
But
that,
I've
but this side
already
can see it.
said-
Joe's just like,
It's not necessarily reason not to shoot him.
I
it's
also
just
do
an-
want to point out this is an oil field. So
Yeah, there are a lot of barrels.
there are a lot of
fun.
barrels.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out what's there. I didn't say
Well,
not
We
to
can blow
or
up
to.
all of the upper
thing,
level and
it
still have
has
oil
been
underneath.
said, so now I will take the shot. And
Yeah.
I can re-roll one of them
Too, like, that's what you
because
do.
I have my aim.
Yeah.
Should I take an extra one to hit this guy?
What you doing?
Yeah,
What's the DC or the defense?
Nobody's hit this person yet.
Oh, so I don't know it.
But somewhere between 1 and 3, you'd imagine, given the rules of the game.
yet. Okay.
sounds right. Yeah.
I'll just do the extra reroll
Okay.
and the one.
So you want to get one die.
can't
Yeah.
go too hard in my fellows. I'm gonna headache, but
I'll do like the
All right,
cat.
so that's 120 and one success. I'm gonna re-roll the 20.
Okay.
Joe
Okay.
is so happy right now. Look at how happy he is. Oh, right.
So that's 2 successes, and then the third die is another 20. With my luck.
I fucking hate this game.
Oh!
Was it
No
3
way.
No, it's a 19.
where is this on Friday?
That is still very fortunate, though. 19 way better than 20.
Yeah.
Speaking of fortunate, son.
There is a moment in this as you fire this improved laser rifle and you fire these scorching, hot streaks of laser into the air where you see an alternate reality where you pierce that fuel barrel and that fuel barrel explodes, piercing what you now imagine is probably a reserve tower, not a water tower. This is probably full of oil. And you
Oh my
imagine this
God.
entire thing taking off like a rocket and landing somewhere on this battlefield
Hey,
at some
maybe we
point in the
can get it
future.
closer to the Ghoul Baron.
Hooray.
That does not happen. And instead, with a defensive 1, you are able to strike this creature.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, and
one back.
location is torso,
Very nice.
and that's gonna be 66. Can I get 6 damage dice?
Here's 3. There's also Vincent's been hoarding these d6s as well.
It does that.
Here.
Vincent.
Just put
Oh, I
all of
like
the bullets
those.
into one container, and then
Those.
we can.
Well, those weren't bullets in my defense.
Hey, that's true.
All right, 6.
In my
There's one more d6 flying around somewhere.
Can't you do stuff to like
Joe
increase
might have
it?
6 of them.
You can spend action points,
I
but you
have
don't have
4.
ammo.
Ammo.
A lot.
Yeah.
Oh, action points are only for melee and throwing. It's for guns. It's ammo.
Yeah.
Does your gun have a fire rate?
Yeah, 2.
You can spend 2 extra ammo to add 2 damage dice.
I'm going to do that to add 2 damage. So I'll just reroll 2 of these. All right, so that's 2,
Wow.
4,
You
6,
can do that with your flamer too.
7,
Peggy would have pointed
8, 9, and it's piercing 1.
How much was that with the piercing 1? 9?
9 piercing 1.
9 to
Nice.
piercing 1. So you unload with this weapon, and as you do, that was on the torso.
Yes.
That deals 5 points of damage, sinking home.
Which is critical, right?
That is
an
an
injury.
injury,
Yes.
for sure. Give me 1 second.
It is both critical and an injury. Because the critical means an injury.
You hear in the darkness as the laser scorches home, "Ow, my meat!" Scorch into them, but you see the rifle fire just going up into the air, slowly tracing back down towards you. They are injured, and you imagine that will almost certainly impact their ability to deal additional damage.
Okay.
Anything else?
That's it.
All right, Bob the Ghoul, that is your turn. That brings us to the top of the round and to Madeline.
Okay. Madeline.
You are
is-
alive again. You
Yeah.
look up, and your fortune has not gotten much better. In fact, looking behind you, there's a death claw now.
She's honestly not super pleased to be conscious again, but, gotta do what you gotta do.
Mhm.
Get up and shoot!
Okay. And then I'm gonna take the aim minor action and aim at the big boy.
All right, go ahead, take that attack roll.
You have to choose a body part for free, right?
I do. So his torso is already injured, so I'm gonna aim at his arm. From what I can see without an action, does he seem to have armor on either or both arms?
He seems to have just general armor across. Yeah,
Okay, so right arm
there you
then.
go.
Do you want any dice?
Yeah, I'll buy one more. Oops. Oh no.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We'll grab that boy later. Okay, that's
Ooh.
a natural 1.
Very nice.
Another critical success,
Phenomenal.
and a regular success.
Oh
That-
my god.
They have defense 1, and so you take 4 additional action points
Oh
on top
my
of that,
god.
and you
Hell yeah.
injure their right arm.
Yeah. Well, I haven't done the damage yet, but
Well, it's a critical, right?
Critical on top of lies,
Wait,
so
who are you
it's 2
Ah,
criticals, right?
really?
Because I got a
You-
1 and then also a 4, which is
Yeah,
within the.
yeah. You have to
tag.
tell me, but yes.
Yeah, 2 criticals.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to. Okay, I need a couple more dice. I'm gonna go ahead and you guys better. Spend all the ammo possible. My fire rate is 3, so I'm gonna fire 3 times.
So the sniper.
It's no, sniper gives me the ability to. It's I've got something. Oh no, it's just the fire rate of the gun.
Oh.
With my vented barrel.
Mm.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's delicious. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage on the first bullet.
Okay.
And
Wait.
then
What do you mean by the first bullet?
I'm gonna shoot 3 bullets because I have a fire rate of 3.
It just lets you add 1 more damage dice for each ammo.
Yeah.
You don't roll the damage multiple times.
I've been doing that wrong. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It actually ended up, it didn't make a huge difference,
Okay.
interestingly.
So 2 additional damage.
2 additional points of damage.
Do you have
Um,
anything on there? Is it like piercing or?
No. I get the long range is what I get.
But for what it's worth, shooting and hitting a critical hit in the arms, as you aim and you fire, you shoot not just for the arms, but the elbow, and you watch as their left elbow is severed by this bullet. The arm itself still attached to the gun. The gun kind of just shifts off, firing into the darkness. You can hear, "Ow, my other meat!" As their arm is now just attached and dangling. The gun falls flat and just shoots into the ground, continues to shoot, but you get the sense that this large, unwieldy weapon cannot be fired with only one arm.
Indeed. Okay.
At least not effectively. It is still shooting into the ground, and you get the sense that maybe they can make this work in a different way. But very, very good. Anything else, Madeline?
I think that's gonna be it.
Oh.
And then she's gonna look over her shoulder and be like, "Ah, Death Claw!"
That is your turn, Madeline, and there is indeed a death claw, but it is Pico's Bill who will go next. Their arm is now off. They are holding this kind of minigun, and in this moment, they cannot shoot. So they're just going to drop the minigun off the side of this tower, and they're just going to leap down. They're going to take a major action to sprint, and they are going to kaiju battle meet you in the middle.
Yeah, this isn't even one of the top 10 worst days of my life. Come here, big boy.
So he drops the gun down into the ground. He just goes, leaps off and slams into the ground. You feel it vibrate. He goes down. You think he's going to grab the gun, but he takes the arm and just rips the arm free, flips his grip on it, so he's holding his own hand and rushes forwards to hit you with it. But that is his full turn to make a major action and to run.
Yeah, let's not forget that minigun.
That is all that he is going to do. That brings us to Mary Sue Ellen.
Okay, since no one came within my thing last time, but now Peggy's over here. This is a whole bunch of shit. That's a whole bunch of shit. She kind of looks back and forth and goes, I guess I'll take care of something over here first. So I'm going to go on the other side of these fucking...
This is
So I can get
Oh, we
just
put
close
something
enough
there, but I wasn't sure if he
actually
had dropped
shoot
it on
someone.
top or if he had dropped it on
and shoot someone. I'm gonna take aim at the Death Claw.
Okay, you wheel around, aim behind you through the chain link fence. You can actually use the chain link fence to kind of like rest the barrel of your weapon if you want.
I don't know if that would get me close enough.
Yeah, probably won't. So yeah, you
so
jump over the
I
tires.
jump over the tires again. So I have one question.
Mhm.
I have fast shot, so I cannot aim using the minor action skill.
Mhm.
But I also took center mass. So I can aim at torso or equivalent for free.
Yeah.
Do they cancel out?
No, you
So
can just aim at the
I
torso.
aim at the torso.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just basically for you with that combo, you can for free choose the torso to hit.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will do that.
Very nice.
I'm going to just choose the torso.
Okay.
Okay, we have action points. So I'm going to take one action point to get one more die to roll. So I can more likely, hopefully, shoot this death claw.
By the way, your mutant takes 2 damage from the torso bleed. In
Oh,
case you
nice.
forgot.
My mutant.
Yeah. Our mutant.
Very much not.
Wait,
our
not our mutant.
Our mutant is a good boy.
I'm a good
Alright. So
He just likes his dirt.
that is a
Just give the
total.
man his
That's a
boy.
critical success at the
Just wants to
torso
know his
and plus
brain
one more
nipple,
success, so 3 total
Apparently.
successes.
That is a hit. They have a defensive 1.
Okay, so that's 2 action points back. Excellent. I am then going to roll my damage,
Okay.
which is going to be 6. But because we have action points to spend, I'm going to use Quick Hands, which allows me to faster reload. So I can spend 2 AP to increase the fire rate and get +2 to attack. So instead of a fire rate of 1, I now have a fire rate of 2. So I'm going to shoot twice
Yeah.
and then get +2 as well.
No problem. You
Nice.
fan
So
the
it's-
hammer directly into the center of this
I
creature's
need
mouth.
10 dice.
Oh God.
So you saw the minigun in action and you're like, yeah, easy.
I can-
I can
You
do that. Yeah.
return fire. It is the same firing rate. For you, Madeline, you turn and you hear this minigun behind you, but it is just a revolver and a hammer being fanned by Mary Sue Ellen. That's crazy.
I built this character to do one thing,
Oh.
and one thing only, and that is to shoot gun fast.
Oh, it wasn't to sell Mr. Handy models.
No.
Everybody built their characters to do one thing and one thing only. It's just different things.
Okay.
I built mine to find dirt.
You've done such a good
This
job.
is how you build a balanced party. One person finds the dirt.
One person
Okay,
will boom.
that is 11 damage.
And that does
the
the
torso.
full amount of damage because as you see it rear up, about to strike down on Jebediah, the belly of this creature, not armored like the rest of it, this is a weak spot, and you fan the hammer directly into it, just dealing 11 points of damage. All of it sinks home. Every bullet into the belly of this beast, which lurches back and takes a step back, blood pumping into the sand. It's hurt. Great shot.
Injury.
Okay. So that was
It is
my
injured in the torso.
movement. Action.
We're just shooting torsos
Breathe.
now.
So,
And also, for what it's worth, this creature, because of how big it is, you get the sense that it would not take an injury normally unless there are 7 or more.
Oh, wow.
But you still wound its torso as you just unload your entire, like every bullet in the chamber, reload, and then fire most of them again.
so I'm not done. I'm going to spend 1 more AP because I have fast shot to take another major action.
Very nice.
Nice.
And then I'm going to shoot again.
Do it again.
We have 3 left. Okay.
You should.
I'm
Well,
trying to decide
where
if
am
I
I
buy
in the
another dice,
Huh?
it's 2. Because I already bought one the first one. Or is it
No,
one
it's-
again?
You
I think it's still
are
1, it's a different action.
So
Okay,
right
so
after, right
just
after
buy a
the death
third.
blow.
Which is.
Much worse.
Next.
Okay.
Ooh,
But I
uh-oh.
will
You should
use.
what you can, because I can grab.
Well, yeah, no, I am. So I'm gonna spend 2 luck points to reroll these.
I think you only need to use 1 luck point to re-roll 2 dice.
No, it's
No,
1.
it's 1 each.
For D20s,
Oh,
it's 1.
it's
For
1,
damage, it's 1 to 3,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. So I'm gonna reroll these. I believe that one is. This one's so good. Much better. Even much better. Because 1 is a tag critical,
Hell
so I
yeah.
maxed out small guns.
Very
Hell yeah.
nice.
And then the other 2 are hits. So that is a grand total of. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
So take 3 action points back and go ahead and roll damage.
2 back because it was a second major.
Oh
action,
yeah,
right?
right. So it
Well,
adds 1 to the DR. Right,
Yes.
right, yeah.
Right. Okay. So this time, can you do fast fire twice in one turn?
I
Don't think so.
don't. Give me 1 second.
It doesn't say I can't, but that feels wrong.
I think you can. One of the things about like Fallout in the sort of like feel of the game, I think there is like some. A weapon's fire rate is the maximum number of additional shots you may spend to increase damage this way. So the first shot isn't part of the fire rate. So fire rate of 2, you can shoot 3 bullets plus 2 CD. Okay, so I think that you can do it twice. You absolutely can.
Let's get
Do it again.
All right. It does have a big cost,
Nice.
so like.
It does.
It
Yeah.
does. Thankfully, I haven't needed to shoot a ton of bullets up until this point, so I will just tank bullets into
There
this
you
guy.
go.
So that's another 10. So it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
All right, Blue Deathclaw.
3. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of dice, and they're not all the same shape, so it's hard to count.
You're doing good. I just count up the stars like 1.
Kara made us these excellent little damage dice that we can roll,
Yeah, they're
which
really
are shaped
good.
like bullets, and yeah, they're fantastic. But when you roll them in conjunction with the regular d6, it can be a little tricky in the hands.
Okay.
Oof.
Worse. This was a miss. Miss. But still, attack. Okay.
You can use luck points to re-roll them, and if you spend 1 luck point, it's 3 damage dice you get to re-roll.
Up to 3. Yeah.
I will
Also, I
do that.
didn't realize it, but Ari has a pen. I'm realizing this is Ari's because it says Gibbs Scab Wrap Mosaic Team 5 with a Konica
Oh, yeah, I
staff
got
on
that.
it. That's I didn't
That
realize.
was a gift from Shade.
I borrowed it
Okay.
from the side.
On the
I
bullet
acquired it.
dice, the plus is the face, right?
On the,
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So this is like a plus. It keeps rolling. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12 points of
Came in a
damage.
nice little box too. It says it too.
Points.
I spent so many bullets, and
You unleash almost every bullet that you have in your possession, just firing. You fire again and again. For you, Jebediah, you almost instinctively duck for cover because you feel like the minigun has been turned on you. There's just bullets tracing across. The stone next to you is just ripped apart. The super mutant's corpse just blown away next to it as Mary Sue Ellen forms a hail of bullets in this direction. And this creature, full of these little pock marks, the entire belly suddenly just opens and guts come out. This creature is still alive. It's dragging its intestines across the ground, but it is still up. This creature, this is huge. But Mary Sue Ellen, anything else?
so that was everything. At this point, the front of the gun is smoking, and her hands are shaking. For flavor, the hand she's been using on the to fan it is also bleeding. She just puts it back.
The second hit, where was it to?
Torso again.
Okay.
Torso. Yeah, all of it's to the torso
Yeah.
because Mary Sue Ellen can just choose torso.
Ah.
And the Death Claw has a weak spot on the torso, part of the stat block. So
good.
phenomenal. So that is your turn. That does bring us to the Death Claw. With this
Can
Death
I,
Claw,
just in time, take my turn right now?
you can indeed.
Okay, because I don't want to
ahead,
have
take
to have
your
a
turn.
turn. Alright, so I took an injury to the arm, so I dropped the sludge hammer, because one arm is like, eh. So he takes his other arm, pulls out a combat knife, and goes, "This is a Death Claw? Give me your dirt!" And I attack it with the knife. Let's see.
Really important.
3 successes, because
That
there's a
is
tag
a
critical.
Hit
Nice.
and take 2 action points back.
Woo! Alright, and now I need the damage dice.
Pass the box.
The damage dice.
Oh.
That's wait. These aren't damage dice. Huh?
That's a D20.
That's a Skittle. No, that's fine.
Listen, there's a lot of confusion happening over here with dice shapes.
Yeah, oh no, there's a lot of dice going around here.
Also, can I say that I'm aiming for the torso as it seems to be a weak spot? Oh wait,
You have
I already
to,
rolled for.
Yeah,
I already
you have
rolled
to
for
do it
attack.
ahead of
Alright.
time.
So then I need to roll a
Location.
location, which is where's the location dice?
I think I meant to put this one in there and then put the wrong
The
one.
D20.
Right arm.
Right arm. Okay. How much damage is that?
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna re-roll some damage dice.
Okay.
This one, this one.
I want this for my new power armor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 damage.
That is 1 point of damage to its arm. Anything
Wow.
else?
Damn.
As you
Scaly boy.
you stab into this creature and your knife almost breaks, you look up. Mary Sue Ellen just poured bullets. It's bleeding, and you're like, "Wait a second,
Wait a second.
the torso."
Alright, I'm gonna spend these 2 to take another major action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack it again with the knife.
Make
And I'm
your
gonna
attack
aim for the torso.
There you go.
And I'll buy one of
So
those.
that does make it difficulty 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
it does. This is gonna be hard to hit. But
You got this.
4 successes.
There you go.
Hey,
Take an action
okay.
back.
That
and roll
strength stew really coming in clutch.
You're so
Oh, nice! Yay!
So strong.
So strong.
And alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll spend a luck to re-roll these 3. Damn. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Mhm.
8 damage, pierce 3, and it now is bleeding because it's persistent, so it's gonna take 8 damage for the next 3 rounds.
It's not.
Ha!
Because with Mary Sue Ellen pouring something like 28 points of damage into it, this creature was barely
Yeah.
standing up. Its intestines literally on the ground. You jab it in the arm, doesn't do much, but you look down, the intestines are all over the place. You just slash across the stomach, and the entirety of its chest cavity just cracks open and sprays you with gore. This creature dies directly down in front of you. You
Now I am
roar
the
out.
tallest now.
Is this dirt?
That is your turn, Jebediah. Anything else?
Let's see. That's it.
Okay, and you have defeated Blue, the Blue Deathclaw. That
Dun, dun,
brings
dun, dun.
us to Ghoul Bob.
Well, Bob.
Ghoul Bob, what are you doing?
He's
To attack.
Yeah, so you can
Okay.
still attack, but it's gonna be
One more.
one more.
Okay.
It's different.
But it's still close range though.
Ghoul Bob, behind you, Jebediah just finishes off the Deathclaw.
The beam focuser.
Yeah.
Does it increase it from close to medium?
Medium, yes.
Yeah.
So that means that it's because he's
Okay.
close. It's now +1.
Gotcha. Okay. I think that's fine. I'm gonna.
He's big.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot this guy. Well. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this guy.
I would shoot this guy. He's
I'm gonna shoot this guy. I'm gonna aim.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Okay. He is holding his own arm and about to beat you with it, so you start shooting at him because that's not polite.
Can I get some of those dice?
Just don't do that.
Here,
Black
take
Pepsi.
everything. I don't know how much you need.
And I'll take.
We have a box.
I'll use the
Oh, he needs the d20s.
1 AP to have an extra dice.
Okay.
So spending 1 AP.
1 AP. That's
the accountant.
at least 1 critical success and 2 other successes, so that's 5 successes. I
Oh
believe.
my god.
Is that a
With a defense of 2, that is absolutely a success. Take 3 action points back on top of it.
Hell yeah.
Cool. So
Yeah,
then
right.
I'm gonna and that's gonna hit right arm.
Right arm, okay.
Wait, the one that he's wielding or the one that
His left arm is the one that he's wielding.
in his right
his
arm?
right arm
Oh,
is
so
holding.
we'll say
I'm blowing off his other arm.
either arm you're shooting at the arm that is currently attached.
I'm
his
trying to
body.
completely disarm
No
him.
problem.
Okay, so that's a lot of damage to deal. So that's I need these. And I feel like why not? I'll just
Not a
use
bother
some
test.
more. I've got extra ammo, so I'm gonna use my fire rate of 2 to add another
Do it.
6 and it should be ammo. I could have also re-rolled one of the things because I aimed. So, I'm gonna just roll one that was a failure, and I might get another action.
Let's just keep it moving. Let's
Sorry.
roll the damage.
Okay. That's gonna be 7 plus 9 with 1 piercing.
Now, and that's physical.
Energy.
Energy. Towards the other arm, it only deals 5 points of. Oh, sorry, this is energy. 5 points of energy damage.
Which is
It is still enough to injure. It does not sever the whole arm off, but you do see as you fire this improved laser rifle, they are about to bring this down, and you just shoot 2 or 3 of the fingers off, and their hand just drops straight at their feet. The fingers fly off behind them, and they just go, "Oh man!" And they look down at you. They bare their teeth, and then they set their eyes on your arms, and they say, "Give me those."
Nope, I'm gonna do action point you to shoot him again.
You spent action points to attack him again, is what I got from
Yes.
that.
What's he gonna do?
You can see the stumps both go, like, lift to grab you, but there's no arms attached.
That's 3 successes.
All right,
I have
that
2
is,
successes. But...
that is a meets a beats. So go ahead and roll damage. Roll location.
Damage to right leg. Dang, would have been nice to be the home, but. And I'm gonna use fire rate. That's 1, 2, 3 piercing, 4 piercing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 regular, and another 1 of each, piercing and regular.
With the last bit of piercing and regular each, which I assume is coming from the...
One shot plus.
Gotcha. From the face icon. As you shoot, this individual goes to reach for your arms, their face directly in front of your face. You just pull the improved laser rifle up and you fire directly under the chin, and you just blow their head off. They explode all over the space and they fall down. You can see both their arms loose on the ground, still grabbing and flopping around like fish, but they are gone. I mean, Bob.
That's it for me.
All right. Bob, you have vanquished Pecos Bill. That brings us to Big Tex. Blue the Deathclaw is vanquished. Their friend, Pecosville, is vanquished. They look across this battlefield and they say, "No, my friends! You're interfering with very important work. You must stop!" And he raises his hammer high with both hands. And who's directly in front of them?
That'd be Jebediah.
Okay. Jebediah, they step over the body of Blue, and they are going to slam this hammer down into you. Jebediah, that is a left arm. That is not a hit. That is going to be 3 successes.
Well, that will be a hit.
Okay. This is going to be in your torso. And as they hit you with this hammer, Jebediah, my friend, the hammer, sharp and vicious, is going to deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's like the one you gave me.
8, 9. It is
Wild.
doing 3 points. Sorry.
Damn.
In total, that will be 11 points of physical damage, 3 of which is coming from being vicious. All of that goes to your torso.
All right. So 11?
Yes.
Oh my god, I am down
No, you're not, because you have your
to
physical
1
damage.
hit point.
There you go.
You're down to 1 hit point?
Yeah.
Okay. That is all that they can do.
What? Oh, and I'm bleeding.
So it will be 1 hit point for now.
Yeah, for now.
Where Peggy?
That is all that they can do. That brings us to Peggy. Greta, you are on deck.
You got this, Peggy.
I just Peggy's
He's out here
legs
doing
as fast
cardio.
as they can.
Peggy has a single leg and a peg leg.
You're like halfway there. You step in a bear trap and it snaps shut. The peg leg is stuck. You have to run back and grab it and take it out and like put it back on.
Step back.
Well, thank you.
First aid. I'm gonna use my medicine thing to reroll 1. I'm gonna use a luck point to reroll 1.
Did you want to buy any? Because the DC was 3.
I would love to buy one. And I am so sorry. Alright, so that is a critical success,
Okay.
a regular ass success,
Ooh.
a
Perfect.
stim pack, and a complication.
Okay.
I am a medic. I don't know what that means to you, if it means anything.
It doesn't mean anything to me, really. With 3 injuries, you have 1 hit point left, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 of your injuries are healed.
Ooh.
As for the complication, as you rush forwards to heal them, you jab Jebediah like straight in the torso. It heals their injuries. You flood them with a little bit of life, but you shove them into the super mutant directly on the other side, who is going to get an attack against them.
What?
How many hit points do I have?
Single, because I only heal 2 injuries.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Oh.
what's your medicine? Oh, wait.
That's not how it works.
Gotcha.
Jebediah, go ahead and take an action point back as they critically miss you. Rolling a natural 20 and a 16.
And I would like to burn those 2 again. And pull out my last stim pack.
Okay. Ave Maria begins to play, but instead of it being like a super cool firefight, it is people missing with stim packs, missing with attacks of opportunity, just everybody doing things a little bit wrong. No problem. Go ahead and
Appropriate
take the
for a
second
fallout
stim pack and you
situation.
jab it into Jebediah.
Okay, so that's 1 success. I'm going to roll use a
Is-
luck point to roll again. So
Is this medicine? Is this the first aid?
this is first aid, and I'm using a stim pack.
Very good.
That's cocked. As much as I would like
Damn.
it to not be cocked. Cool. So that's just 1 success.
One success. I believe that
That's
is
what we
the meets
needed.
it beats it. So absolutely, you flood the stim pack now into
So
the
now-
same exact spot.
0 injuries and 4 HP.
Yes.
Ooh.
5 HP because you had 1 to begin with.
Plus 4 HP.
Yeah. Very nice. You are able to heal Jebediah. Anything else, Peggy?
That is everything I've got.
Alrighty.
Backup has stayed with Madeline.
There you go. That brings us to Greta. And then Jebediah is on deck. Oh no, Jebediah, did you already go? You already went.
I already went.
Yeah, he used his.
Yeah.
Greta.
Uh-oh. So Greta is going to be a physical body wall in between, what's his name? Big Tex? Big Tex and Peggy / Jebediah. And
Okay.
then she still has her flamer out, and even though it didn't do anything last time, it's just what she's got. So she's going to attack Big Tex with the flamer.
Do it.
I need all the things over here. Can I get the box?
Oh, here's the box.
Okay.
I do love the takeout container. For
Yeah,
that.
it's part of it.
Yeah.
It makes it feel like we're like, sharing egg rolls or something.
I need 3 successes to hit, right? for
One of
him?
those is not a d20.
I
It's
know.
the location die.
Yeah, which I still need to roll.
So to hit this person, you need 2 successes.
Okay.
You've discovered.
Alright, and I'm gonna use a luck point to use luck as my base
Hell
stat,
yeah.
so I can get 14. So I need to roll
Would
under
you like to buy a
14.
dice?
I feel like I only need to roll under a 14, so I put all my combat stats into this. 2 successes!
Very
She
nice.
hits the left arm.
That is a
You
meets it
should
beats it.
reroll
So
them with your luck that you used. Never mind.
No, yeah, so left arm. 3 dice, which is not as many as I would like, but there are a lot of things if I roll a face. Alright, let's get it. 3 faces! Yay! Okay!
We like the face.
So there's a lot of things that happen here,
Yeah.
so... Let's see, so I have burst.
Oh yeah,
so
you
I
can use
hit
it
an
to hit me if
additional
you want.
target.
Please don't.
I would. Oh, that would have been 3 additional targets. I don't want to do that though. I don't have to use it,
No, you
right?
don't.
No
Okay.
additional targets.
Please, dear God, don't. We I will die.
It turns out
Spaces
Greta is the
spin.
big bad.
So at
This
the end
is
of
my
the
oil
turn,
now.
At the end of their next turn. Yeah.
at the end of their next turn, if multiple faces are rolled, the target will suffer damage on the subsequent turns for each face. So 3
Very
points
nice.
on their next
And how
turn.
much damage total?
I guess it's 3 because it's 3. I rolled 3 faces.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's
So you, the flamethrower just goes straight across them. It goes into the armor, and you could just hear ha ha ha. It is just sitting on the surface of the armor. It doesn't seem to do any damage.
Oh, damn it. Okay, well, still spread for each face rolled. The target takes another hit to a randomly rolled location.
So you
So-
can continue to roll, but what I will tell you is, given their damage resistance. Well, actually, no. Roll.
Right
twice. Okay, roll one more time.
Left leg.
The fire spreads across their body, and you just hear, "You're only making me hotter." They seem to have taken no damage. Their whole body now just alight.
Humans are so vain.
Anything else, Greta?
That's all she can do.
All right, that brings us back to the top of the round.
I'll resent that. He is not.
I'm going to go ahead and burn my action point.
Super mutants
I would
are
like to
so
use a
vain.
luck point to initiate myself right now. With the
Just in time. Yeah.
Just in time.
Just in time. Okay, go for it. After that, Big Tex is going to be using his action point to be going immediately as well.
I'm going to use my movement minor action
Okay.
to get back over
Are you still
to
anchored?
there.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you're still anchored.
What do I
Knocked
have to
down.
do to not be anchored?
I would say, as a minor action, you can try to make a. Give me 1 second here. It is an endurance athletics check to break free.
Okay.
Or
Then
sorry, athletic strength check to break free.
athletics strength check. Okay, I can do that.
All right.
Good chance.
Go.
Everybody at home,
What you need.
wish in your hearts.
How you wish
For a success.
Um,
gets its wings.
It's
athletics
to your talent.
strength.
If Ghoulbob is still stuck, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Nope, because that's
Difficulty 1.
gonna be a success.
There you go. You pull the piston action of your power armor, just snaps the chain.
And then I'm gonna use that one action point to take another minor action to move
Okay.
30 feet so that I'm nearby my allies.
Mhm.
To then use Inspire to roll a bunch for action points.
There you go. So you open the comms, and through the headset, you just start yelling, inspiring things at the rest of your allies. You start blasting the radio.
Yeah, like
Fortunate Sons just starts playing.
we've almost got them. Time to fuck them all up. Kill them all. That's one success. I'm gonna use
How many successes?
one success.
Okay.
I'm gonna use one luck to re-roll.
There you go.
The same.
Same.
You hear the barking sounds from behind you, but it doesn't feel that inspiring. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, you blast. There's just loud feedback from the radio.
Nothing, I guess. I
Everybody,
moved.
even the corpses, wince. That is
I moved and I.
that is your accelerated
myself.
just-in-time action. That does bring us to Big Tex, who's going to take their turn immediately. They're attacked by Greta, who lights them afire. They're attacked by Jebediah, who just disemboweled their pet. And they have been attacked. Well, they haven't really been attacked, but they have been beset by Peggy as well. I think they are going to continue to attack Jebediah, who is the primary threat.
No.
Jebediah, they're going to look at you and they're going to say, "You are traitor!" And they slam this hammer into you.
You know this, Mabel?
Nah, I don't sell anything.
That is 3 successes.
That's
That is 3
hilarious.
successes.
3, that hits.
Okay.
I have a feeling like it might be time for Jebediah to take a small nap.
Jebediah is about to go take that nap.
2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 vicious is 15 points of physical damage.
How much?
15 points of physical
Oh
damage
my god, that's
to
so
the
much.
torso.
All right.
As
Nice.
takes this hammer, kind of tees you up with the leg, kicks you back just like a foot, and then slams the hammer straight into your chest. It crumples elements of your chest in. Are you still up?
No, I'm
All right.
down.
Just
I go blah.
crumples you down. They go over, they step on your back, now standing over top you. They roar, now the alpha super mutant in this pile.
Hi.
It is
Rude.
the dead Deathclaw, then you on top of them, and then them on top of that. This is like the cover of Doom. Just a pile of bodies, slowly, like people climbing the top of this pile of gore. There you go, perfect. But that is his action. Ooh,
Sorry.
no problem. I'm going to give you guys an action point to allow him to take a second attack as he wheels around towards Greta.
It's 2 to take a second action.
I will give you 2 action points to be able to attack Greta.
Nice.
Greta, they swing this hammer around
Oh,
towards
dear.
you. Oh, this is close. Give me 1 second.
All you need is one.
I know, but I think.
No, you need
All
2. You need
is
2
one.
Oh, you
yeah, I
need
do need
to.
to.
Right,
Yeah,
'cause you're
hang on,
deer.
hang
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Right?
because it's the second major action.
Greta, that is 0 successes.
Yes!
As they swing, using these ability points, they swing and are unable to strike you. They slip in the gore and the viscera, kind of slamming. Their knee goes down straight into Jebediah's face, although Jebediah is unconscious.
Rude.
They just like stand up. They're like putting their face on your eyes and your mouth, but they get back up. That is all that they can do on their turn. That brings us to Matt.
So here's 60 feet. Okay, and then is there one of these 30 feet situations around? Okay, so if I move 30 feet, I'll be just in long range, which is cool. Can I climb over these tires?
You certainly can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be good.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
we'll-
Oh no! Alright, action point, another minor action to move farther.
Actually, he's like 60 feet away.
Yeah.
More than he's.
I
more
need
than
him to be
60
like
feet away.
61 feet.
Well, he is high up, so that technically.
That's
Got
really
it.
for flavor.
Ah, man. That's right.
Okay, what if this? I need like a determination.
Well, actually, he's actually standing like.
You are within 60 feet. You are literally 60 feet away from him where he stands right now.
But I need if I can be 61 feet, then I don't have to spend the action.
You need
point.
to spend
see
the
what I
action
mean?
point,
Okay, cool.
unfortunately. Yeah.
No worries, no worries. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3.
It is some worries, actually. Because as you run through that space, can you make for free an agility athletics check with the difficulty of 2?
Damn, it's like there's
Oh,
another trap. Damn, it's like
Julie
there's been a
athletics,
lot of
you
traps.
say?
Your other foot's gonna get
I
stabbed.
was gonna say, is she like hobbling?
You're like not doing great. Yeah, it's like really falling across the space.
It's been a really awkward day.
Can I do another AP all night?
Yeah.
Bob's having a pretty good day.
All bubs are having a good day.
Okay,
Lots of
I
bubs.
have
Just got a brand new
one
Corvette.
critical success.
Nice.
With 1 critical success, that is a meets it beats it. As you are limping along, here in the darkness, you see a bright red sheet that has been pulled across what is almost certainly a pit trap. You see stones holding the sheet in place. You almost fell into it, as easy as it is to spot, but you just zag around it. No problem.
Watch out for.
Damn,
Okay,
they
and
didn't
then
even put sand over
Nothing covering it. No, that was
she's
easy.
gonna get to. Actually, no, she's gonna come around behind here, which I think I just enough movement to do.
Okay.
For flavor, she's like using this to kind of prop up her gun.
Okay.
She's gonna take an old headshot at Biggin.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay, that is 1 critical success.
That's a meets it beats it.
Nice. All right, and I'm gonna use all the bullets. Wait, so okay, fire rate 3. That means I get 3 extra damage dice.
Correct.
You have to use the
You
ammo.
spend the ammo to
Spend the
Right.
ammunition.
Okay, so here
Which
is
reminds me, I need to take off my
3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah. Did I say we're doing a headshot? Doing a headshot.
Yes, you did.
Boom, headshot.
We got.
Nice.
Is that nice? I could.
Okay, it's okay.
I can use finesse, but finesse says I have to reroll all the
Yep,
dice.
Yep.
You can't choose. That's...
You can luck to choose.
I am out of luck.
You could use luck if you had any.
That's okay. 1,
If you
2,
had
3,
any.
4, 5, 6, 7 points of damage.
To the head,
Yes.
which
Pretty
deals
solid.
what kind of damage?
Piercing.
No, just
Physical?
Physical.
Gun.
Gun.
Damn.
Yeah.
Physical
Oh, sorry,
damage.
not piercing.
That deals 3
lot.
points of physical damage to the head.
Okay.
You can see well armored is that head, but anything else?
No.
All right.
big old hat.
Right on top of where they are wailing away at you, Greta and Peggy, you see a bullet just ricochet right off the flesh and skull of this creature. It goes straight up, the flesh splits open, and blood just sprays across. But you hear them just go, ow! And like turns around to continue to fight, barely registers it as a hit.
Sorry.
There's a spot on the foam hat that's just
Yeah.
turned
You can just see like gleaming green skin, but that is your turn, Madeline.
It is.
All right, that brings us to Mary Sue Ellen. Bob, you are on deck.
All right, so I'm going to once again vault the tires to be on the other side of them, because I will keep them in range.
You just roll
You're just
over it,
doing-
roll back over it,
He's doing
roll
tire
over it.
drills.
Yeah.
Getting a great core workout.
Me and these tires are having a great time. And I'm going to shoot big old Tex over there.
All
Mary Sue
right.
Ellen reinvent CrossFit.
Basically, yeah.
Accidentally. All right.
You read the
so we
ancient
only-
scrolls of CrossFit. You're using these
I need
techniques.
some of these hitting dice.
We need the box.
The box.
There you go. Okay, so do we know his
2.
Okay. We only have 1 action point. I might as well just spend it to get a 3rd die, just to make sure it actually hit the bastard. Okay. Okay.
Nice.
It is a tag success and a
Nice.
2 tag successes.
Okay, so that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. So does that count as 4 successes?
I don't believe so. I think the tag just increases the range on the critical. Correct?
Yes.
So that's just 2
It's just
successes.
a-
Yeah.
So,
Oh, sorry. Were they tag successes that were also criticals?
So there, it's a 2 and a 4. My tag's still
Okay.
6.
Gotcha.
that's 4
Yes.
successes.
So that's 4 successes. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, that's why I'm just
misunderstood.
like confusion.
I heard you say I had 2 successes and also this is my critical range.
No,
and I was
no,
like,
no, no.
cool. I'm glad to know that. Okay, makes way more sense.
Okay.
4 successes. So take 2
Okay.
action points back.
Dope.
Nice.
So that's 6. So I'm gonna aim torso, free torso.
Mhm.
Oh wait, I have.
Free
Oh,
tour.
I forgot that I do have, because I have center mass, I can reroll 1d6, 1d12, d20 for free,
There you go.
and I got another 4.
Very
So
nice.
that's more critical
There
successes.
you go. You 4 critical successes, and you get all those action points back.
Action point generator.
Yes. So I'm just going to attack without spending any extra ammo because I only have so much ammo, and my hand hurts really badly from that last round. Okay, it was standing up. 1, 2.
Like on the end of the dice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Terrible and awesome when
Yeah,
that
yeah,
happens.
yeah, yeah.
so that is 7 damage,
Okay, pure, physical.
physical damage.
Okay, that deals 3 points of damage to their torso.
Okay, I will spend 1 action point to fast hands fire
There
again.
you go. Do it again.
All right, I will also spend 1 more for the 3rd die. Okay, that is 2 critical successes.
Ooh.
Gonna re-roll that one. Okay, so it's 2 critical successes again.
Very nice.
As torso once more, and once more just shooting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage on that one.
9 damage. What's 5? Phenomenal. You and that was to the torso?
Correct.
You injure their torso. As
Nice.
you shoot and kind of pour the fire into this armor, you can see they're on fire, but through the flames, the plate has split somewhat.
fire
And just
flame.
targeting the split with your second shot, you pour more damage in. They clutch the chest, and you hear through the gritted teeth, "Not feeling great!" But that is your turn, Mary Sue Ellen.
Yep.
All right. That brings us to Bob, the ghoul.
Within range, right? 60?
Yep.
Cool. I'm gonna aim and shoot at Tex.
Okay.
Alright. I'll use 1 AP to take another die. Alright, so that's 1, 2 successes. I'm gonna re-roll the third
Okay.
with my aim. That's cocked.
Is that 2 successes?
That's 2 successes, 1 complication. I'm gonna use the luck to re-roll the complication.
Okay.
And that's a third success.
Okay, so take 1 action point back as you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And that's gonna be to the right leg.
Accountants and actuaries.
Right leg, and I'm gonna use my fire rate to add more.
Okay, go for it.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I would use the bullets just so you can have the.
Oh well, yeah. I was gonna do 1, 2, and then 3, 5, 4, 6 for crits. But I'll just do these. I'll just double them. Ooh, okay. So 2 piercing and 4 regular, plus another piercing and 2 regular, and then with the fire rate, the other 2 up.
What is going on?
2 regular.
The dice attack. The dice attack.
We're LARPing.
Another 2 regular and 1 piercing.
2 regular and 1 piercing.
And the regular is energy.
Very nice. You pour this fire in. They are getting hit again and again and again now, and they are looking really rough. After taking shots from Mary Sue Ellen, after taking shots from you, after taking sort of shots from Madeline, just kind of ricocheting off the head.
I'm trying.
They are looking really rough, but they are still up. They hold the sledgehammer aloft. They are like slipping in the gore of the bodies below them, but they are still up. Anything else, cool, Bob?
I'm gonna shoot again.
All right, make your attack roll. This does increase the difficulty to 3.
Oh.
Spending 2 action points for another major action, right?
Yeah.
Very good.
Nice. That's a critical success and another success.
Nice. That is a
Nice.
meets it beats it, so go ahead and roll damage. You can see they are badly hurt.
I'm gonna. Well, do you have to choose the fire rate before you roll the damage or after
Yes.
you've done? Okay. Yeah, I'll pump into it. Why not? 2 more for extra damage.
There you go.
That's good.
Why you gotta say it like that?
That's good. So
Sometimes you
3
gotta
energy and 1 piercing.
3 energy and 1 piercing.
Yes.
Just deals the 1 point of damage. But no problem. It's still, every little bit counts.
Damage is damage.
Anything else, Ghoul Bob?
That's it.
That brings us to Peggy.
Really
Peggy,
hoping to
this
use those
creature
action
is in
points.
bad shape. You can see cracked open is this plate mail. There is blood pouring out. You hear them say, "Not feeling great." What are you doing?
Peggy has no way of injuring this guy,
Sorry.
but she could potentially help by bringing up the guy on the bottom of the pile. Shit, I can't actually bring you up. I don't have any more stim packs.
as a reminder, maybe before Peggy's turn, if it makes it easier.
I was going to say, one of the things that might make this a little bit easier in this moment, there is like movement, a flash of movement, Peggy, that you can kind of see rushing from the cave, and you turn expecting to see a hound, and it is, but it's not a mutant hound, and it is not backup. It is a different dog. You see a border collie rushing through with a bandana, and it's clutching something in its teeth, and as it leaps, there is a moment where it catches like the elements of moonlight striking down across the single stim pack that it holds, and it just jams it into Jebediah's face and rushes off into the desert as this mysterious savior brings you back up with 4 hit points.
So good. Why can't you learn to do that?
What?
Peggy, you see Jebediah suddenly gasp to life. There is a needle sticking out of their forehead. But what would you like to do, Peggy?
Now I'm gonna use my first aid.
There you go.
Mysterious unicorn.
All right, so we have 1 success by luck. Now I'm out of luck.
Aw.
So we have 3 successes, one of which is a critical. Cool. So that's I'm treating an injury, I believe.
Yeah, you have a
Injuries
torso
you have
injury.
I have
Yeah.
2 injuries. So I got 4 hit points from the stim pack, right?
Correct.
Okay. And
So now
you
have-
just healed 1 injury, so now I only have 1 injury.
All right. Would anyone oppose to me burning the last 2 action points
No,
to
okay.
heal it?
Go for
Okay.
it. Not at all.
I would rather
Nah,
have us
let
all
me bleed.
survive.
All right.
Survival
Use
is
those last
good.
2 AP to take another major action.
There you go.
Wow. Nope.
No complications, though?
No complications.
So you are just shoving whatever you can find into the wounds of Jebediah. At first, you use all the sterile dressing that you have, sterile being a loose word.
Well, the guy
But
likes
you run
dirt.
out. You run out. And so you just start scooping dirt and packing the wounds, and that does as much as you'd expect.
Cool. Good luck, darling, and pass it back, and then is gonna move out of the way.
There you go. That is your turn, Peggy. That would bring us to Greta, who will just kind of. Okay. That brings us to Greta.
What shall you do?
Greta, you see Jebediah surging back to life as Peggy performs first aid with the help of little more than a stim pack, a dog, and some dirt. What would you like to do? This super mutant's looking really rough.
She's going to the 3 blades of her pincer arm go together. And she's going to make a melee attack.
Go for it. Make your attack roll.
Can I aim for? I'll use the aim minor action to go for his head
Go for
because
it.
it seems unarmed.
He does have a giant multiple gallon hat on.
Multiple kills.
Oh,
There is a hole in it though from the bullet that Madeline
That's
shot,
true.
and it didn't seem to have a lot of like protective qualities.
Yeah. But I just wanted to let you know that he is wearing a hat.
Well,
Yes.
if it's a 5-gallon hat, it could be a bucket.
Just a Home Depot bucket.
Yeah.
okay.
That would be hilarious.
Great. This is
Peg doesn't survive.
Whoa!
natural 1 and a 3, so 3 successes.
That's
Very
4
nice.
successes
4
most
successes.
likely.
Is
That
it-
is
is this
a
attack
hit.
It
skill?
is not attack skill.
That is a
so
hit. So 3 successes, but that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. That is a hit on the head.
Yep.
Oh wait, you were aiming, so
That is still a hit. That is a meets
Yeah.
a pizza.
So we don't get this.
Yes.
Nice.
5. Wait, is this a face?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
the plus as the face.
Well,
That's
it doesn't matter because I
3
don't have
and-
anything for faces with this anyway. So
So
3,
3.
4. So 4 points of physical damage.
Which
Do you have-
deals 0 points of damage. As you
Right.
grind this in, it goes straight into the face, it goes straight into the hat, and you hit the one metal rivet that is holding all of the hat together, and there are just sparks that fly. This must be like surgical grade titanium. It doesn't dent.
Great.
You are unable to get through.
He's
That
got
is
a
DR4.
welt on
Does
his
Nerd
head.
Rage give you more strength?
It does, but I am
Not
not
currently
below
hurt.
the
Ah,
amount of hit
okay.
points.
Like,
All right, Greta, anything
Wait,
else?
Yes, I'm gonna move.
Great. That's what Peggy did last round.
I was hoping by shooting him, he would turn his attention towards me.
Okay.
Well,
You
Jebediah's is up now.
float further away, realizing
down
that your
again.
saw is
Right.
not really cutting into
Long
them.
enough.
That is your turn, Greta. That brings us to Jebediah's.
All right. So I'm just gonna get up and hit him. I can pick up my sledgehammer now that both my arms are working, and I'll just try to hit him with my sledgehammer.
Okay.
And that is 2 successes.
2 successes is a meets it beats it. So go ahead and roll damage on that. They are hurt. You can see barely standing up. They have their own sledgehammer and they are ready to strike Miss Greta as they move away. But you step into the space.
Well, technically, he's standing on top of me.
Yeah.
So I throw him off, and he's on the ground, and then I just, like, medieval fair, bonk him with the sledgehammer and see if I can get a ding.
Such bonk. Medieval fair.
15. 2, 3, 4, 6. 15 damage. Pierce 3, 4. Pierce 4.
Jebediah's. Tell us how it happened.
Hey, Jebediah!
They had 1 hit point left. I thought for sure Greta was going to get like piercing 1 and get the kill. But phenomenal.
Alright, so he's gonna surge back to life, throw him off, and then pick up his sledgehammer and say, I want that hat! And hit him right in the chest with the sledgehammer.
You hit him right in the chest. Hang on 1 second.
Do you take the hat?
And then I take the hat.
Got a hole in it.
So you,
Someone with your
you
head.
say, give me that hat. You slam him in the chest. It goes straight through the armor, through the skin, through the bone, and you see the heart explode around it. For just a moment, he gasps and he goes, okay. And he just dies on the ground. And with his last breath, he takes the hat and like throws it at your feet. The hat hits your feet in front of you, and you have vanquished Big Tex, Blue, and Pecos Bill, this super mutant gang holding up Liberty Fields. And as your eyes draw back behind you, you can see this oil rig almost spotless in this rust-strewn wasteland, and another spotless metal building beyond. On this building, off this sort of flag, you expect to see like a Voltec sign or something of that nature, but you don't. There is a flag that flies off the building. This flag, a circle. Does anybody have Ghoul Bob? For me, you would have the best sense of this. Can you make a intelligence medicine check? Intelligence science, we'll call it.
Okay. Could I have some D20?
D20s.
Oh, there
That's
they are.
fine. I just needed a. Ooh, okay. So that's a tag skill,
Okay.
and that is a critical success.
Okay. From your time out east, you've seen this symbol before. Somebody might mistake this for a red man or perhaps a torn apart person on a field. But you have actually seen this in a textbook some time ago. This is a symbol that is known as a Vitruvian man, and it's the symbol for an organization that goes by the Institute.
Uh-oh.
What do you mean, uh-oh?
That's Institute stuff.
For all of you, you see this oil rig, but you see this building besides, both of these things spotless in this space. What are you all doing?
The smart people stuff?
I'm
I'm
going
smart.
to look for Lynn.
Are there?
Okay. So you walk forward, kind of crossing the space. You see this kind of like oil reserve tower. You see the derrick, but you see a building. Of all the places that she might be, the building is kind of the most likely.
Yeah.
Are you heading in that direction?
I will unless someone stops me.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
just
like, hang on.
Oh.
Are there
back.
signs of
Olivia.
more traps, or now that I know that these could be like Institute buildings, do they seem like they're defunct?
So Bob the Ghoul goes, hang on, and like turns, and the floodlight across the sand. There are boards covered in spikes. There are bear traps. You see like all kinds of things all across the space. There is at least a dozen traps between you and the building. But with Ghoul Bob's help, you can navigate this space and make your way over there. You're looking out for signs of the Enclave.
No, of the Institute.
Of the
now that I
Institute.
know it's the
You see a
Institute.
flag. That almost certainly
Well,
is the Institute. But
I guess, like, is it like active that their presence here active, or is it just the
with
flag?
that check, this spotless building and a working oil
Right.
rig, these super mutants could not almost. You look
They
back at
probably don't
Jebediah's.
even-
You've been traveling to Jebediah's for a couple days
There's
now.
no patina.
Jebediah is picking
They
his nose
probably
as
don't
he
even
You
looks
try to
back at
think
him.
about
time.
Jebediah's maintaining an oil rig, and you feel like that's probably impossible.
Yeah.
This seems like it's probably active.
Yeah. The Institute's scary.
Into two what?
This is a bunch
Sit
of
down. You're
Well,
gonna hurt yourself.
listen,
man.
y'all, I
Already
scientists.
I called GB like he asked us to, so our mission's complete, and now the last thing is to find your friend, right?
Right. She might be here.
You got something for backup to sniff out?
No. The only thing that might have been it was maybe something on the saddle scans, but those are
Way back.
way
there.
back.
There's a minigun over there. Will that help?
Does your friend
Are
have
you
anything to do with
asking
the
her to
Institute?
kill herself?
Not that I know.
No, I just look. Useful is
Lynn?
useful. All right, Greta.
You call out, Lynn, and it kind of echoes through the darkness here. But in this space, you do hear an electronic crackle and maybe a voice, hard to tell at this distance, but it comes from the inside of this building.
You want me to go take a look? I'm
Building,
pretty quiet. I mean, I guess it's opportunity for stealth is probably lost by now. Never mind.
You look around, there's just like shell casings all across the space. Still,
My arm
echo-
is dangling off.
Yeah.
I'm like, never mind. You go on ahead, darling.
How close have we gotten?
You're
now
exactly
to-
where you are. If you,
Oh well, I mean, when you walked forward.
I guess it depends on how close you're, because like if this whole space is fucked up,
it's just covered in traps, but with Ghoulbob's help, you can navigate it no problem.
yeah, then I would
Don't
like to
fall
go
down
to the
that
door.
pit. I almost
Yeah.
fell down that one.
Like,
I'm embarrassed.
Before we
Go
leave,
take care of
I
you.
do some stuff over here.
Okay, what are you
get Your
doing?
death cluttered.
I get my Death Claw dirty.
You go over.
I don't
and
know
you
what that
can see
means.
But I
Where
get
the
it.
blood of this Deathclaw leaks into the ground, it forms a mud, and that is almost certainly what you're supposed to collect.
Peggy's just like trying to like patch up the like stitch them together while keeping an eye out for whatever explosive is supposedly
would-
inside this guy.
No problem. You don't see it in the arm.
We can scavenge
Um,
back there.
For those of you who make your way a little bit closer and you can see into the building, there is no door. On the inside, in most super mutant establishments, there is just like gore and viscera everywhere. That's distinctly lacking. What you do see through this door is a pair of what look like almost jail cells. This looks like maybe a repurposed like sheriff's office or something like that. Maybe like a local security guard for the larger oil field. You can see beyond what you see here. There are like ruined derricks and stuff out in here, maybe 16 in total. In this, you see in one of them, Lynn, the person who you've been looking for. They're unconscious, but you see the rise and fall of their breath. They're okay.
Hooray.
In the other cell, there is nobody. And then off to the left of that, you can see a old but gleaming computer or television of some kind. And you see a person's kind of image that is broadcast on that. And that is where this broadcast sound is coming from. And you hear again the electronic crackle and hello.
Hello? Someone all in there?
You could see like the person in the screen peers through the darkness and they say, Tex, we've talked about this before. You have to get closer. I can't hear you from over there. Get closer to the glowing box, Tex. God damn it.
The Institute, and they're working with Tex.
There's Frankenbeans in here, Tex.
Maybe we should just
Does
leave it
this
be.
guy hear it? That there's Frankenbeans?
When he calls it out, yeah. You hear it from across the desert, no problem.
Listen, if Bob's right, we don't want to mess with this institute. Let's take Lynn and get out of here.
Yeah, but I gotta go. She's like, I gotta go in there.
You go grab him, I'll block the wall.
I can.
Block the
Okay,
screen.
let me just sneak in. Is there like a lock on the that I can see?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see right over there.
Okay,
you
so-
sneak in.
Madeline's gonna,
I'm
yeah,
go
sneak
over
in
and be
and
like,
pick her up.
Cool Bob just goes and stands in front of the screen.
I'm creeping low so that I can't be seen by
No
like
problem.
whatever camera
So
webcam.
as you all make your way in, you stomp in with the power armor, you stomp in with Jebediah's, and you can hear the person on the screen. Please don't throw my minis.
I'm sorry.
They're expensive.
It landed perfectly for the
That's
record.
lovely. As you make your way inside, this person squints and they said, Tex, is that you? I can't see you, remember?
Yeah.
So, Ghoul Bob, go ahead and for me, make a charisma speech check.
Ah, fuck.
Is it
Hooray.
contested?
It is not.
Is it a deception?
It is.
Okay.
Oh, we have one of these.
I
Would
can
you like to buy
ignore
a
the
die?
first complication.
Nice.
Yeah, I guess I will buy a die.
That's from this on my last turn.
Oh, that's a D12.
Almost certainly that's not going to be
I don't know,
hard.
it
First
might be
one
nice.
is a success, and it's a critical, and it's a tag skill, so that's 2 successes
Very
to
nice.
start, and then I'm gonna re-roll the other one. That's another 1, so that's
Hey.
2
Very
critical
nice.
With
successes on
two
tag
critical
skills.
successes, you can see on the other side of the screen, they roll their eyes. And they say, all right, Tex, you forget every time, so I'm going to explain everything to you right now. Again.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Whenever.
Just stop. Just stop. Stop talking, okay? Eat your franken beans. He says, we've got enough oil now to do everything that we need. We can close down the fields and move on. I've got big plans for you and Bill, okay? Big plans. All the meat you can eat, okay? All that I need you to do is get Bill and get to New Orleans. The Ghoul Baron is coming. He sent some chumps to come and fight you, but when you kill them, about a dozen more are gonna show up. Don't worry about what a dozen is. Just go. This is really important. Don't take the frank and beans. Just go. There is more. Do you understand?
What in New Orleans?
You need to find this. It doesn't matter. It's fake. There is no such thing as voodoo, okay? But you need to
Voodoo.
get to New Orleans here. And his image on the screen is replaced. You see a map of New Orleans in the current day, kind of wrecked and destroyed. Much of the water has kind of sunken across this French Quarter as global warming, still within fallout, kind of sinking across. But there is a little mark in the center of what remains of the French Quarter.
Can I, with the Pip-Boy, beep boop beep boop beep, and obtain the map?
You beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, and you obtain the map.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Good job beeping and booping.
Beep boop beep boop beep.
He says, even though voodoo's not real, the Enclave is suspicious about something. So be careful. Okay, Tex?
Okay.
They say, they kind of roll their eyes and they just go, Jesus Christ, I can't. And the screen turns off.
Okay, once the screen is off, Mary Sue Ellen's also just gonna run into the room and see if she can help get Lynn out of the cage.
Once I've beep boop beeped, I am unlocking the cage.
Do we have to listen to him? I do like the Franken beans.
You can find the Franken beans, buddy.
But you aren't Tex.
Be careful for traps, though.
Given your skill set, you know that cells like this usually have keys and super mutants are not geniuses. You look under the desk, they're right there. You take the keys, you unlock it, no problem. This person unconscious, but you can free them. You have successfully freed this person for the NCR. And for all of you, you have successfully liberated Liberty Fields. However, you know that the Ghoul Baron rides with a gang and they ride quick on this location. You will need to flee, but you now know that there is something in New Orleans, and if you wish, you can pursue that for the next leg of our adventure in the nadir of New Orleans. But thank you, everybody, for joining us for Blackhearted Texas. It has been an absolute pleasure. We will probably be back for another 4-part series set in New Orleans. as part of a grander adventure that will hopefully take us to Boston if everybody survives.
Stay back.
Big if.
But thank you for sticking with us for this adventure. We will be back on Thursday for Starfinder, but please stay safe. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.